one podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search On Purpose.
As we continue to clean up after Hurricane Milton and take assessment of our property and homes, having the best windows and doors can truly make the difference. The folks at Renewal by Andersen are seeing firsthand the incredible performance of Renewal by Andersen windows and doors in the face of the storms hitting Central Florida. They're having hundreds of clients reaching out to share their experiences. For example, they're hearing people say how they couldn't have made it through the storm without their windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen, how their kids felt so safe because the windows provided such an amazing sound barrier. That's because Renewal by Andersen's windows and doors combine chic design with custom-built craftsmanship, providing impact resistance against Florida's extreme weather. And that impact resistance adds a layer of safety for you and your family, especially during hurricane season, and even more so if you live on Florida's coast. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to see all the beautiful design and hardware options available. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes you love, literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
You've heard of a pro tip. Here's a mo tip. After an accident, don't speak to the insurance company. They aren't your friend, and any statement you give them could be used against you. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
For 36 years, I've dedicated my life to law enforcement. With time, I've gained invaluable experience. And with that experience, a strong desire to evolve. I've worked to transform our sheriff's department, ensuring we have the latest technology to protect our community and maintain our commitment to our youth. Being a proven leader means embracing change, because with growth and innovation, we can achieve remarkable results and build a safer community for everyone. Paid by Mike Chitwood, Independent for Sheriff.
You sailed beyond the horizon in search of an island scrubbed from every map. You battled krakens. You navigated through storms. Your spade struck the lid of a long-lost treasure chest, while you cooked up a lasagna. There's more to imagine when you listen. Yarr. Discover best-selling adventure stories on Audible.
Don't miss TK Law. Trendley Kramer Law calls every Wednesday at 8:35 on the Monsters in the Morning. Ray Trendley and the Monsters will be discussing all things law, from the latest celebrity legal troubles to what's going on out there.
New South Window lives southern weather. We prioritize keeping your family and your home comfortable all year round. That's why our energy-efficient windows and doors are made, installed, and guaranteed for life.
Save 35% off. Visit newsouthwindow.com/radio.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, October 28th, 2024. Lots to get to today. Trump's huge MSG rally to a verdict in the Suitcase murder trial, and an NASA astronaut has a mysterious illness, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina. Hello, Seaway.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us what we call a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And how's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good.
It's very Monday. Very, very, very Monday.
What does that even mean, very Monday?
What does this mean? I feel it. It's that morning you wake up and it's like, I wish it was Sunday. And a Sunday that you can relax.
It's a big week. It's a big week. We got Halloween this week.
Wow.
Yeah. I know nobody's talking about Halloween because everybody's talking about politics. Boo. But Halloween is coming up this week, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. We're going to celebrate it on the show. We'll do the election stuff, too, because we have like 8 days left before this election, and lots of crazy stuff is happening out there in the world. Anything wild this weekend?
Okay. What is happening?
What's going on over there?
I was not able to turn it down for some reason.
Oh, it only plays at one constant volume?
Yeah, that was...
Do it again?
The fader is completely down right now.
All right, do it again.
Okay, cool.
That's what makes it spooky.
Ooh, yeah. Frank's about to get a text message.
All right. Here we go. Let's put our fingers... Well, let's not do that. Let's put our ears to the ground and our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours. And we go to our opening clip today, which is from the leftovers debate, which I didn't even see anything else about, but how glorious. There was a debate, third-party presidential debate, courtesy of the Free and Equal Elections Foundation, which was on C-SPAN this weekend. Nobody watched it, but there was a moment that I love, and I wanted to share it with everybody else. There is a woman who used to be a pop star. I don't think she's that big of a deal anymore. But perhaps you're familiar with the name Lumis. Does Lumis ring a bell?
Lumis.
L-O-O-M-I-S.
Absolutely not. Because I went L-U-M, so I have no idea who that is. What years was
She's a pop star from, I don't know. Let's look her up before we hear her fantastic performance, which is going to go down in history, I believe.
Oh.
You'll hear that momentarily here.
Oh, okay. Now I know who you're talking about.
Oh, it's beautiful. But I know her name. I know the name Lumis, and I attach her to like a pop song or...
See if she's in the system here.
She Ghetto Superstar. Is that her?
No, that's Maya.
Come on.
All right, guys, hold on. Gee, sorry. I'm just throwing some things out there. We'll see like Google stuff. What did you find on
I'm
Lumis?
also Googling, and it's so funny that the wiki page does not come up immediately. It's just multiple stories about... the whole thing you're about to play.
Oh, this is because she's performing at the Also Ran debate. I mean, she's not that famous anymore, unfortunately.
Does not have a wiki page.
Wow. Okay, she did something at some point in time that made her relevant, and now she was singing the national anthem during the C-SPAN debate. She made a mistake and cursed because she didn't know it was live, but there was just a lot going wrong here. Here we go.
Can
I go back, please? I got too nervous.
Oh my God.
Gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
What is happening here? There was a lot that went wrong in that one.
Interesting. So what was like that blank space everybody heard?
No, yeah. That was her saying like...
I effed up.
I effed up, and can I start over?
No, you're live.
I say, ma'am, you can't start over. This is a live event right now, so you're going to have to keep going.
By the way, how often is there a taped national anthem? It's not very common, Lumis.
At the end, she kind of sounded like, I get the vibe that she can sing. I get it, but she was doing some bad singing in between. Oh.
Can I go back? Can I go back, please?
Hey.
God, man. I got too nervous.
I like that part.
He's our
She
own
brings
hype
back
man.
in. I got too nervous. Yes, indeed you did. Lumis, not really a home run for you there. But she said it was a mishap, and I'm so sorry. I did not mean to mess up the national anthem, Lumis
Well, at least
says.
it put some eyes on the third-party presidential debate that none of us knew was happening.
True. I wouldn't have even known that was going on if it wasn't for her.
How do you even make that debate? How do you, as a third-party candidate in 2024, get on stage and act like you think you might be president?
There's a chance. Everybody
It's
gets
practice.
to vote.
It's good practice.
Everybody gets a vote to cast. You never know who's going to win.
I think the
No.
designated survivor has more chance of being president
Probably,
than anybody on that stage, Lumis included.
This was it was on C-SPAN, the free and equal elections debate. I don't know where the hell it was.
Are there
It's
names?
just a mystery.
Are there
I have
any
no
names?
idea. It was a mystery event. Okay, that's what happened there.
There's one thing to mess up the national anthem, but it's when you drop the full F-bomb in the middle of it is what really gets people getting some cringe down their spine.
Oh yeah, and you know what?
You just
On
push
C-SPAN,
through.
they drop curse words all the time on C-SPAN. Not on purpose, but they just go to wackos on the phone and they'll go,
Wacko,
we're
line
going
one.
to the C-SPAN line, and here's Dave who disagrees. And Dave will be like, hey, get all these Mexicans out of the country and F this and that. Whoa, buddy. And then they dump Dave. Well, they don't even have a dump.
No, they don't.
I don't even think they have a dump button.
They just let it ride.
Don't take that Mexican comment, please.
Absolutely. It's recording
That
right
was
now.
that was not for air, actually. All right, there was a big event over the weekend. Yesterday, in fact, Donald Trump had a rally at New York's Madison Square Garden, where C-Lane has been. I've never been to Madison Square Garden. I've never been over there. What's happening to you over there right now? You can't turn it down?
The channel is off.
It's off?
It is completely off.
You
And
have no control?
Zero control. But we're going to see. I'll fix it during the commercial, or I will be going old school and doing sound effects with my mouth.
I believe in you. And
I just need 2 blocks of wood and a horror story, please.
This Madison Square Garden rally was kind of the big thing yesterday. They had all of the people in Republican world that are famous there all at the same time. So you got Elon Musk, you had Hulk Hogan was out there. I didn't know this, and I still don't know if he's politically aligned with these folks, but Tony Hinchcliffe from Kill Tony
It kind of
was there.
sounded like he was. There was
I don't know if he was just doing a roast thing, or if he
of
actually
what,
is
Latin people?
well, of everything. We'll get into that. We'll get into that in a little bit because I think that's an interesting thing to mix those two. That seems like okay. But Trump is at Madison Square Garden. Let's tune into some of the stuff that went down. Let's see how things went over there. Here he goes. First clip is this.
But one thing you have to know is that no matter how good your people are that operate this machinery, it's going to break. And you're going to be out there all by yourself a lot.
The teleprompter.
And you got to be able to do so. 3 weeks ago, she was saying there was only 32 days left, right? And she's reading it like, there's 32 days.
There's a lot of people
and it
there.
Stopped. And she went, there's 32 days. 32. 32. And I was watching. I said, this isn't pretty. 32.
So I think he's referencing when Kamala Harris had a teleprompter fail and she just kept saying 32 over and over. I didn't actually see that clip when it happened. And hey, just for reference, I saw a couple of people on Facebook saying, man, look at the crowd. Huge crowd at Madison Square Garden. Very, very big. And I saw some people extrapolating from that, well, maybe New York is in play. Let me just be the one to tell you that New York is not in play. All right? This is not happening.
If you ask Donald, New York is in play.
New York
if you
is
ask
not in
Donald
play.
Trump that he's gonna flip New York, it'll be the first time New York votes for a Republican since I want to say Reagan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will give you both $1,000 if Trump wins New York. All right. I don't know that Trump will.
I didn't even say anything. Yeah, I'll absolutely take $1,000.
Trump has a good chance, I think, right now, vibes and polls, to win the actual
It's
election.
my album name.
No chance in hell is he going to win the state of New York. So this is just a big crowd that happens to be in New York. It doesn't mean that he's going to win that state. He just won over the crowd that was there. And then you talked about like a little secret at one point in time. I don't know what to make of this.
Secret?
He talked about, we got a little secret. We got a secret. And he just...
And I think with our little secret, we're going to do really well with the House, right? Our little secret is having a big impact. He and I have a secret. We'll tell you what it is when the race is over.
I have no idea what that means either. This big
When the
secret.
race is over, so...
Or a little secret.
The little secret, does that mean that he must win the election in order for us to hear the little secret? And if he does not, then secret goes to the grave?
It's a little secret that's having a big impact already. We just don't know what it is.
It's almost alarming that you would keep a secret till after the election. Does that mean you're supposed to vote for Trump so you find out the secret?
That's what I'm thinking.
Or is there some sort of situation where if we find out the secret too soon, that might hurt his chances of winning?
Yeah.
Which begs the question, what kind of secret would do that?
Do you know what Trump's little secret sounds like? It sounds like when I say we've got something great coming up next and I'm very vague about it.
This guy doesn't have a secret.
It's like, you're not going to believe the situation this person was in and the way people are responding.
Because
it's going
as
to blow
Celia
your mind.
has pointed out before, that's when I'm out of stuff. This guy doesn't have any stuff.
If you hear a lot of papers shuffling, that is absolutely an indicator.
That's me searching in the pile for the next thing. We got a little secret.
And I think with our little secret, we're going to do really well with the House, right? Our little secret is having a big impact. He and I have a secret. We'll tell you what it is when the race is over.
All right, we'll learn when the race is over, I guess.
Do we know who he was pointing at?
I don't know. I don't know who's off camera there. He's pointing at somebody who said he and I had a little secret. You talked about Robert F. Kennedy, and let's see what he said there.
Somebody that is great, and look, we're not going to let him go too crazy, Elon, with the oil and gas stuff, and because Robert F. Kennedy cares more about human beings and health and the environment than anybody. And he's going to be absolutely, having him is such a great honor. I've been friends of his for a long time. And I'm going to let him go wild on health. I'm going to let him go wild on the food. I'm going to let him go wild on medicines.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I don't think I'm going to let him even get near is the liquid gold that we have under our feet.
So Trump has this problem, which is kind of hilarious, in that he wants RFK supporters, and he likes all the stuff he says about like healthcare and food and nutrition. But RFK Jr. is against oil. So whenever Trump brings him up, he's got to be like, we're not going to let him get anywhere close to the liquid gold. And he brings up the oil.
Dead animals in Central Park.
Every time he's got to stipulate that, like, look, we like these things about him, but we don't like this.
I'm going to let him go wild on the food. I'm going to let him go wild on medicines.
But not the liquid gold.
The only thing I don't think I'm going to let him even get near is the liquid gold that we have under our feet. I don't know, Elon. He might not like liquid gold. It's oil and gas, sometimes referred to as oil and gas. JD, I think we're going to have to keep him away.
Yeah, mostly liquid gold. Generally speaking, this is how we refer to this.
I'm crazy on the food, though.
All right, now we have Tony Hinchcliffe, who was there. And Tony Hinchcliffe, here's what I know about him. I know that he is part of a podcast called Kill Tony. I believe that he is in the same group of people that Joe Rogan is in. I think they're close in proximity somehow for some reason. Joe Rogan seems to be on his show a lot. They do a lot of roasting. Roasting is kind of big in his world. So for some reason they had him come out. And this is not without precedent. This is something that's been done before. I like Rickles. Don Rickles did a roast one time at a political rally. But Don Rickles is, he's a guy who can do this stuff. Did you guys ever see that clip of Don Rickles on the stage when
I don't know. That's not him.
Let me see. Hang on. I might be able to find this for you. I bookmarked it earlier because I wanted to watch it again. At Reagan, I think it was like Reagan's event. And they call up Don Rickles, and they had this little black kid hand him the microphone on the stage. And I don't know if this was all set up, but it got weird right off the jump, and it was pretty funny.
Be funny.
And he just walks away from Don Rickles.
Oh, that's cute.
First black kid I ever saw that'll definitely never play basketball.
Wow.
Ghost Rider. So this is
so
not.
he felt insulted, even though it was a bit.
I don't know if he was part of it. I have no idea. That was so long ago. So this is not unprecedented. But Tony Hinchcliffe goes up. He's at Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden, and he drops a line about Puerto Rico that I don't think was well received. Let's see.
A lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. Again, normally I don't follow the national anthem, everybody.
So not a great reception on that line. I think this whole having an insult comic do a roast at a political rally is never going to work, really. It's just never going to work.
Triumph up there?
Yeah, because when somebody watches, here's the thing. When somebody watches a political rally, if you don't agree with the side that's having the rally, all you're doing is spending your time waiting for a dumb thing that you hear. Mm-hmm. And then when you hear the dumb thing, you're going to go, look at the dumb thing. Everybody look at the dumb thing. And you're going to draw everyone's attention to the dumb thing to show how these dumb people are doing another dumb thing. That's
what
the entire
brought down Imus. It was a group of people who DVR'd his show and watched it, watched it. They weren't Imus fans, and they just waited for him to eventually say something that was egregious enough that they could go, all right, guys, let's take him down.
Yeah, and they did, and it worked. They go, look, he did the dumb thing. The dumb people did the dumb thing at the dumb event. And that's what people do when you kind of hate watch this stuff. So when you have an insult comic doing roast material at a rally, people aren't going to watch it like it's roast material. They're going to watch it like it's somebody saying political stuff. They're going to take everything seriously. And they're going to go, look what he said about Puerto Rico, which is exactly what's happening today. If you take this bit and take Tony Hinchcliffe away from the Trump rally and have him do it on Kill Tony, his podcast, or have him do it on a Comedy Central roast or something, where, like, who knows, is whatever's going on that leads him to be talking about this, I don't think anybody blinks at it. I don't think Puerto Rican people really blink at it. I think people just go, okay, there's a joke. I really don't think at a roast anybody would think twice about it. But this isn't a roast.
Like, typically roast an entire nationality, a group of people? Like, no, it's the subject. Whoever else is on stage.
I mean, come on. Obviously, in the world of roast comedy, going after somebody's nationality, like all this stuff is things that people have done in roast comedy forever. Whether you like it or not, it's a different thing. But I don't think if he said this at an event that wasn't political, it would have been that big of a deal. That's why you shouldn't do it. That's why you shouldn't be doing a roast at a political rally, because you're going to get this pushback. Or just know you're going to get the pushback. That's another thing. Like, you shouldn't go up there, drop lines like this, and not expect the pushback. You should go, all right, that's part and parcel of what I'm dealing with here. So I think that was stupid. Space Nuts on YouTube says, Sean is making excuses for blatant racism, misogyny, and anti-Semitism. Roast material, Puerto Rico is garbage. Oh, that was all dumb. Everything you just said was dumb. This is a stupid joke aimed at Puerto Ricans for some reason at a rally that was supposed to be a political thing to get your last message across. The reason why it's bad is because it was a stupid venue to do it, and it doesn't make any sense. So that's why they're facing what they're facing. If you think that this is racist, it's like, okay, keep going with that. Keep trying that. How's that worked for you so far? How's that worked out? Tony Hinchcliffe, though, probably shouldn't be at political rallies. And is he a Trump fan? I mean, am I to take from him just being there that he's a Trump fan? Is that what this means? Just attending this? That's what I think. I wouldn't think you would do it if you. Well,
they would be stupid to hire a not Trump fan to not hire, but I don't know if he got paid. But
I imagine he got paid.
They would be stupid to book somebody on the same stage that Donald Trump's going to walk out and do his speech on, and have that be somebody that doesn't like him.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Like, if I saw somebody at a Kamala Harris rally and it was a comedian, I would think that person is supporting Kamala Harris. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe that's not right. But
remember the Catholic dinner that they have every single
year?
With Jim
Gaffigan?
Yeah, and so he had roast moments.
Yes.
And that was towards, I didn't watch the entire thing, but it was towards both of the candidates.
Yes.
And
That's an event, though. That's an event that's built around that. So, like, that's this thing that they do every year where somebody goes up and, like the White House Correspondents' Dinner, you've seen those before, right? Mm. Where Trevor Noah or somebody hosts these White House Correspondents' Dinners, and they go up there and they roast everybody in the political world, from Nancy Pelosi to Obama to Trump to all points in between. I think that's what you're expecting there. Like he said, he doesn't usually go after the national anthem. I think it was a really stupid idea to have him at this event. I would never have done this. What do you think, though? Let us know. That's what matters on a day like this.
They made some comment. The Trump campaign advisor, Daniel Alvarez, made a statement to Fox News Digital, said, "This joke does not reflect the views of President Trump or the campaign."
Oh.
Well, then why would you have him there then? Like,
everyone was laughing pretty hard.
Oh, I don't think they were. I think the reaction was not good in the stadium. You thought they were laughing?
I mean, I heard laughter after he said the jokes.
I think his whole reaction was that people didn't laugh. Hold on, I'll play it again. And you can join us today on the show, by the way, with your dispatches. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, send us a dispatch over there. Here's the line he dropped.
A lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, I don't think it was a good reaction.
Normally, I don't follow the national anthem, everybody.
I think he was reacting as if it didn't go over well, but let us know what you think.
It seemed groany.
Maybe some people laughed, but it seemed like overall it was like, not super well received.
Sure, watch there would be like one person in the crowd that was like, ah!
You hear what he's saying about the...
everybody's looking at me now.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about the box office this weekend. We'll talk about the absolute worst thing that some people are doing for Halloween. I'm going to tell you, I'm putting my foot down. You can't do this. You cannot do this. What are some people doing for Halloween? We're going to find out. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Need to hear someone else's opinions before reconciling your own internal phobias? We got you, fam. Hey, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Watch out for an accident blocking all lanes on Florida's Turnpike northbound between Colonial Drive and Oakland Exchange. Traffic is using the exit ramps to go around the accident there. There's a serious accident on Orange Blossom Trail northbound near Michigan Street. Travel with caution through there, and the right turn lane is blocked due to an accident on State Road 535 northbound near Winter Garden Vineland Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus. At Batteries Plus, you'll find trusted, dependable, fully charged batteries for your car or truck, plus free battery testing and expert installation, too. Life's waiting. You have places to be. Power on with Batteries Plus. Over 700 locations nationwide.
You met with the stable boy despite your father's orders. He hoisted you onto the saddle and you wrapped your arms around him, embracing his silent strength. He lay you down amongst the wildflowers. You experienced love like never before. While you were buying dish soap. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover heart-stopping romance titles on Audible.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
With Cybersecurity Awareness Month winding down, LifeLock wants to remind you to update your software. These updates are used to patch up security issues that identity thieves can exploit to gain access to your personal info. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, there's LifeLock. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal info and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start your 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my name as your promo code, Clay.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. I get less than 30 seconds to convince you to hire my law firm, to trust me, to believe in me, to somehow convince you that my firm is going to get you the best results possible. Now, can you do that in 30 seconds? Hopefully I just did. Contact us at oneunits.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333, offices Orlando.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere. And when we say listeners, we mean 9 out of 10 Americans monthly. From the car to the gym to the kitchen, from the morning commute to evening ride home, your next customer is listening to the radio, to podcasts, to us. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how your ads are working in real time. That's right. Not only can audio give your business the lift you need, at iHeartMedia, we can measure as we go, so you can see the impact and know exactly what's working. This goes for broadband messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Your next customer is listening. Start talking to them and start growing your business with iHeartMedia. Call today, 833-IHEART-U. That's 833-IHEART, letter U. Dial 833-IHEART-U.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hands, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Disheners. Air Cup Disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern style sweet tea. And they're incredibly cost effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
2025s are here. It's the model year-end event at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Check out the bold and colorful new 2025 Kicks or used cars from $8,968. And your credit problems are no problem at Sutherland Nissan Orlando, home of the lifetime warranty. Plus tax and fees with approved credit.
Brought to you by the Capital One Quicksilver Card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes, learn more about your favorite teams, and earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, everywhere. Plus, there's no limit to the amount of cash back you can earn, and rewards don't expire for the life of the account. It's that simple. The Quicksilver Card by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Don't be scared. It's Halloween season, and the free iHeartRadio app has everything you need to make it a scream. Commercial-free Halloween radio. Custom playlists like the original Halloween playlist and spooky podcasts.
Fiduciary Advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
No one is going to care about this time tomorrow. So true. Everything is like, what's the new thing? Angry. Boom, on to something new. Completely forget about it. Hinchcliffe will be done with and on to the next one.
Everyone has ADHD.
Yeah, right now, really massive amounts of people who are distracted by the next shiny thing, and it'll be like this for a long time. I don't think. I don't
You
think
mean
this is
like a
something that's gonna
secret?
change.
Everybody likes a secret.
We got a little secret. Okay, I want to talk about something that has to stop. It has to be shut down. It can't be done. This should be nonpartisan, but this should be bipartisan.
Oh.
Okay, this should be a bipartisan thing. So here's where I want to start on this. All right, Halloween. I hate that I have to say this. Halloween is for the kids. All right, Halloween is for the kids.
What does
It
that
is
mean?
not
Are you talking
for
about trick-or-treating?
the adults. Trick-or-treating, Halloween, the biggest portion of Halloween is about little kids dressing up and enjoying themselves and trick-or-treating.
It's about fun.
Yes, but it's about kids. And this will make sense in a second here when I get into this.
Yeah, because I feel a little attacked already. I went to a Halloween party last night.
Oh, yeah. How did your costume go over?
It went. Period.
Why you say it like that?
I think that it was surprising for people. I'll go ahead and share it because I did determine that I will not be wearing it to work
really?
on Thursday. Yeah. Sexy Ben Franklin.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
Well, it was confusing. And it's not that bothers me as much as, like, if I don't have the fishnets and boobs out,
yeah,
then it doesn't make the costume. But because of how much the boobs and legs are out, that is not a workplace attire whatsoever.
Could people tell that you were supposed to be sexy Ben Franklin?
Yeah. Someone called me Alexander Hamilton.
That's going to happen, yeah.
And then I made the kite with the key on it. Radio Michael 7 was in town, and he helped me make it with a wire hanger. And that almost took out not one, but two eyeballs.
Oh,
two
no.
different people. So that was something to consider as well. Had to throw away the kite and go back to just the $100 bill joke. Either way, I think came, saw, conquered, going to put it away in the Halloween box. Try again.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
but it was fun. There was no children there.
We're going to do surprise for Thursday. Yeah. Something different, something new. But, all right, back to this. Now, Halloween, speaking for myself here, is for the kids. And this kind of thing should be unacceptable. Here's what some people are doing for Halloween. Take a look at this. They are affixing political stickers to the candy that they're giving out. And what we're looking at here is, I believe, a Reese's with a Trump Vance Take America Back sticker on it.
That's so weird.
It's neighbors saying that they are handing out candy with political messages on it. No!
Hell no.
This is a big, giant no. You don't give, the kids can't vote. That's one thing we could get out of the way. The kids aren't able to vote. They're little kids. And they don't want to get into the world of politics.
Absolutely.
And just give them the Reese's, for God's sake.
I am totally with you on that. It is for the kids. I told you guys last couple years, there is a neighbor of mine who, upon giving the candy to the children, makes them say a prayer.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's inappropriate.
And then they're like, at my house, like, that lady made us pray before getting the candy. I go, well, that's really bizarre and strange.
Yeah.
And I don't understand what the goal is.
Don't force your stuff on other people.
Yeah.
It's cringe. It's ultimate
just don't
cringe.
hand out candy.
If you're out there giving out candy to kids on Halloween and you think it's clever to put your political stickers on it, go hop off a cliff, please. We don't need you here on planet Earth.
Even if they're full bars.
Even if they're, it's a tough, it's a tough battle because one does like a full bar.
Okay, so here's an option. You have the bite size, no political messages, but then you can reveal or you can get this giant Snickers as long as your parents vote for Trump.
Damn. It's enticing to get those. We got our Halloween candy at Costco yesterday.
Nice.
Oh, we got ours at Costco weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
You beat me to the punch. But
I don't have a
you
Costco membership, so can I borrow one of your cards?
You probably didn't. Oh, no, now, not only do they look at your card when you're going in, you have to scan it when you go into the Costco. We had to scan our cards, so they're checking in on you.
Whatever.
So we go to the Costco, and Courtney goes, I want to get a bunch of candy for kids because we got all these new neighbors, and maybe the kids will be going around to our house. And I said, okay, that's kind of the position Sealane's in, where Sealane's in a new house, and he doesn't know if in that neighborhood there's a lot of trick-or-treating that goes on, so you kind of got to be prepared.
I think we get a decent amount.
You don't want to get egged. You don't want to be the house that's not participating. You don't want to do any of those things. So we go to pick out the candy, and I'm thinking just a big bag of mixed candy, and if a kid comes, give him a big-ass handful of candy. See you later, kid. Get out of here. Great costume. But we got weird stuff. We got Tackies. You guys know what Tackies are?
No.
Tackies? Like these, like sticks. They're like, it's like a stick.
Wait.
No, Pocky.
Pocky. Is it a Pocky?
Yeah.
Pocky. What is
The
something that's like a
sticks.
it's like a little stick that we got those.
They've been around for a while. It's not really a Halloween candy that I've seen in the past, but yeah, they exist. They're like chocolate covered sticks, right?
She goes, trust me, the kids love these. And I said, okay, I guess. I don't want to give them something that's going to be bad.
They look like
as bad as a political message.
They look like if you took those little skinny breadsticks from the Italian restaurant and dipped them in chocolate.
Yeah, they're like sticks, but they're all different flavors. And she goes, trust me.
This is coming from the guy who gave out ramen one year.
Well, we just wanted to put something out there. And the kids ate the ramen. They took it. They ended up taking it. It was buried under candy, just for the record. So there was candy out there, full bars. But now we got Taki and I think like full bags of Sour Patch Kids, which I guess those are still big and people like those. You know, when you're a little kid, you'll eat all sorts of weird stuff that doesn't transfer over being to an adult. I don't know if I've seen a serious adult eating Sour Patch Kids. I don't know if I've seen that in my time. Some candies you just don't eat anymore once you become an adult, or at least not me.
I don't know. One of my wife's go-to road trip foods is like gummy peach rings or
those are adult
or worms.
Those are adult. Yeah, those are adult.
But show me the adult who's sucking on a ring pop.
Yeah, that one you don't
and
see.
Keeping it on their hand with all that gross sticky sugar until it's over.
Imagine we're at an iHeart business meeting. And an executive pops out a ring pop and starts sucking on it in the meeting. You're instantly losing credibility.
Fun dip.
Yeah, you don't get that. But there are exceptions. Nerd ropes is an exception.
When there's
Adults
weed in them.
eat them. Adults go after them. And sometimes they put weed in them too. But do not put political stickers on your candy that you're giving out to kids. You're a monster for even considering this. At the box office this weekend, number one, Venom, The Last Dance. And I don't know if I'm even up on the Venoms. I don't know if I've been
I am
paying
so
attention.
behind on pretty much all of those IPs.
I haven't heard people talking about this that much. It didn't do nearly as well as they thought. They thought it was going to do $65 million. It only did $51 million at the box office. That got number one. Smile 2 still in the top three with $40 million in second place.
So you got the water bottles? From Smile 2? The water bottles?
Oh, yeah, the Voss. Courtney is so weird.
Courtney texts my girlfriend and I. Smile 2 made me do it. And we were like, damn. Because after that scene in particular, several times, a girl can chug.
Yes, I thought the same thing. In Smile 2, the movie, they feature the lead character chugging Voss water, like the expensive glass water bottles. And she goes, I'm going to get one. And I go, why? What are you doing? And she goes to the store and she gets a Voss water bottle. She goes, it's glass. It's a glass water bottle. And she wakes up yesterday, I think, and she's thirsty. And she goes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try my Voss water. And she opens the Voss water bottle and starts chugging it like in Smile 2. And she goes, it just tastes like water.
It does.
And I said, what were you expecting? What did you think was going to happen when you drank that?
That she was going to smile and smash her face into something?
Oh, that would have been a real scary outcome for me.
What a movie. I'm so glad I watched it in theaters because it was an experience.
They try to scare you every which way. They try to scare you with the jump scares. They try to scare you with like people ripping their faces off and stuff.
But perfectly timed jump scares where you think, okay, the time is over or it's going to happen, and then you wait and you let your guard down, and that's when the jump scare happens.
Yeah, and then people just doing that. Just that smile is weird.
Yeah, they
Creep.
filmed
I can't
it.
do that. Can you? I can't even do that. I was trying. I can't even smile that big. I think.
I look terrible.
You can only get that gig if you were able to do this giant smile. Number 3 was Conclave. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's about the Pope. It's with Stanley
Was that?
Tucci.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like Stanley Tucci.
I've seen a bunch of ads for it, and I'm actually kind of interested in it because I do find that entire process is fascinating. But basically, it's a pope dies, and then they have to pick the new pope, but they somehow make it into this like, it's not like a thriller. But they
like a dramatic movie?
They inject a bunch of drama and suspense into it, yeah.
Oh, man. I haven't even heard anything about that, but I do like Stanley Tucci. Okay, quick break. When we return, we have to talk about the most hilarious thing in the world of sports. I just can't get enough of this. I'm gobbling it up like crazy. We'll talk about this when we return. Also, something else on Netflix. We got more from the Trump event over the weekend. We got all kinds of things to discuss. Amy Cofield's coming up. All of that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Monday forecast. And for the rest of the day, we're going to be expecting clouds to gradually be on the increase. That will still allow, though, for some filtered sunshine. Temperatures today will be right on par with what we would typically see for this time of year, with a high of 83 degrees in Orlando. A couple of stray showers can't be ruled out. Overall, these are really going to hug areas closer to the coast. Otherwise, breezy winds and a few spotty showers continue through midweek. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Norton 360.
Outsmart cyber criminals this October with Norton 360. For Cybersecurity Awareness Month, Norton 360 offers a software updater feature to reduce vulnerabilities. Get comprehensive protection and up to 58% off your first year at norton.com/secure.
The future of cool, comfortable sleep is here. Introducing the new Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed. The only smart bed in the world that actively cools and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. It actively cools to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Save on smart beds now during our fall sale, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader in preparing thousands of people to advance their career as a licensed contractor. Check out our seminar this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Orlando Holiday Inn Universal. Get licensed, get legal, get Camtech. CamtechSchool.com. What are you waiting for?
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando. Your Halloween soundtrack starts with Halloween Radio on the free iHeart app.
With your hands on your hips.
Plus custom playlists from every genre and the spookiest podcasts on the planet. Open the free iHeart Radio app, search Halloween, and listen now.
iHeart Radio.
Free never sounded so good.
With Cybersecurity Awareness Month winding down, LifeLock wants to remind you to update your software. These updates are used to patch up security issues that identity thieves can exploit to gain access to your personal info. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, there's LifeLock. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal info and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start your 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my name as your promo code, Clay.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total.
The show and subscribe to the podcast right there on the website so you don't miss a moment of what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks here on the show. Subscribe now for free over at thenewsjunkie.com. I'm telling you flat out, for the next 2 weeks, it's going to be like a content gold mine around here. All right?
I'm
it is
ready.
going to be content crazy around these parts, and we're going to steer through the chaos together. We're going to have some fun while we're doing it. It's going to be a time, and I've got a lot for you. So if you want to join via watching and watch the show, try it out. Give it a shot. Go over to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Subscribe over there. It's totally free for you to do, and I'd appreciate that. Or just listen to us wherever you catch the show each day and keep coming back because, boy, oh boy, is there a lot on deck. I'm telling you. All right. I have something so exciting to show you in the sports world. That is coming up here momentarily. Any guesses on what that is? Celine, did you see any sports news that stuck out this weekend or
not that you would be this excited about?
Yeah, I was about to say there was a MLS player that passed away suddenly.
Oh, no,
I don't
no.
believe you'd be excited about that.
No, it's not that. We'll get into that momentarily. First, I want to share with you a thing that I really enjoy. There are two things that can happen during a live interview. Things can go really well or things can go horribly wrong. You usually don't get a lot of the in-betweens. It's usually just somebody goes, yeah, I saw the fire and the whole building was burning down. It was a crazy affair. The whole family came out and they had their dog in their arms. Or you get, ain't nobody got time for that. You get your good time viral clips. There are so many characters. And sometimes when a news reporter puts a microphone out to a person, they don't know that they're a character. They don't know that person is certifiably crazy even.
There was
as
one
I think
viral
is the case here.
person who had like neon green hair. Do you remember? And like tiny eyebrows, very beautiful makeup, and also some great lines. I mean, I'll try to find the clip or at least a screenshot of it. That is a great example of we know you're going to give us a great clip.
Yeah, we know what's happening here. This one, I don't even know if the reporter at the Trump rally in New York City knew what they were about to get, but they go over to this lady from China. Well, I guess she's an American now, but she's at the Trump rally, and this woman, she's a fan. She's a pretty big fan. And let's listen in.
You heard it right here, folks. 2024, folks.
Chinese, we're Chinese, first generation. We love Trump from our bottom of the heart because we know Trump is the only one can save America.
Okay, so far, fairly expected, all right? I mean,
a cutie pie.
She's got a great accent. She's rocking her MAGA hat. She's going into it. But this woman progressively gets more angry.
Also, was he planning on interviewing her? Because I think he was just introducing and happened to have, because of her height, the microphone perfectly by her mouth.
She goes, I will take this opportunity. And she just gets progressively mad.
Kamala is so stupid. She is so low. IQ equal no Q, no qualification to be the president. You shall stay away from that position. You are the lost the position. You lost our trust. You lost our vote.
I wonder if this guy now is going, how do I extrapolate myself?
I think she's holding on to the microphone almost.
It's like, this lady is very
so stupid.
Like, if you had to ask him right now, how long do you think this interview is going to go on for? He may think days. I don't know that this is ever going to stop.
You need to go home, to stay home. You cannot do anything to save America. You are so stupid. You don't know anything. You cannot even answer any question from the camera, from all the media. How you can be on the stage to fight for America.
This has been 51 seconds. He hasn't said a word.
And those of you watching on the stream, maybe see it now. You could see how the crowd slowly starts. Everyone is now paying attention to what's happening here.
What is this lady saying over here?
Man, guys, can I just put this out into the ether? Mm-hmm. If Kamala Harris wins the election and becomes president, can we find this woman and make sure she's okay?
I can't believe it.
She is so stupid.
This woman is like a South Park character. I swear to God. And you want to talk, I saw some of the comments on this, and they go, talk about assimilation. This woman is a Chinese first-generation American. She is this much into politics over here. She is like, this is what we do in America.
All right.
We scream at the people we don't like. We go to political rallies. Yeah.
To protect American people, to protect all the world. You are not qualified. You just need to go home. Let Trump to save America, to save the world.
She goes on for a while.
Put America first. If America to be strong, to be saved, and then America can save the whole world. Trump, we love you. We love you forever. Never ever surrender.
Okay, I'm not going to stop it. I am going to stop it, actually. She goes on for another 3 minutes. This
wow.
on television. And she just goes on the most epic rant. Ooh. You put a mic in her face.
And he's like, all right, we're going to go to commercial.
My follow-up would be, so what do you do for fun? What puts a smile on your face? You know, what makes you happy, lady? It clearly isn't this. She's very, very amped
what a
up.
Time.
All right, now let's get to the thing I said was my favorite sports news story over the weekend. This is a visual. I'll put it up on See It Now. I'll put this up on See It Now over on the newsjunkie.com. Dwyane Wade, he is a phenomenal talent. He is a very, very good basketball player, a legend, you might say, in the NBA. And when you get to legendary status, they do big things for you, like make statues and stuff.
Oh, yeah. And we've had some athletes in the past that have gotten statues.
Oh,
and
yeah. Ronaldo,
I think, is the most notable because it looked...
not like him. It
was
didn't represent him.
Looking. It looked actually like a scary monster from a movie.
They did this big reveal. There's all these Dwyane Wade walls blocking the statue that then move out of the way. There's smoke everywhere. Have you seen this yet, Sealand?
I have not. I heard briefly about it on the way in.
This is a visual, so I'll put it up on See It Now during the break so you can take a peek at it. Here we go. Let's see it.
What?
That is Dwyane Wade. This is the worst. That
hold on, now I have to look up what Dwyane Wade looks like.
Not like that.
Wade.
No.
Oh, my God.
And
it's
I got to
so
tell
bad.
you, because he does have a beard. That's a signature part of his face. But if you're going to add the red to the jersey, then I think you should indicate the beard as well, because he looks like video game character.
Yeah, it looks like an old video game character. Like it's 1999.
He looks like, if you didn't have the Miami Heat jersey on, I would say this is a still from a really well done, but years ago, Matrix video game, and that's Lawrence Fishburne.
It just doesn't look like Dwyane Wade. I'm going to pop this up on See It Now.
How have we not learned our lesson?
Yeah.
Sculptors.
Here's the thing. Take away the head. Cover up the head. The rest of it's kind of good.
Great bod.
It's cool.
The wrinkles in the uniform, everything that they did there. And it was like they got tired. And when they got to the head, they said, that's good enough. That'll have to do.
And the technology's there. I mean, it's not like someone, back in the day, they would have to, it's their artistic rendition. We have 3D printers now. We could literally scan his face and it would be a perfect statue.
And you could have like a mold.
Why didn't we do this?
They didn't. It is so bad.
Someone's going to do something with that open mouth.
He should have said something. He's there smiling like all is well right now. No, all is not well, Dwyane Wade. I'm putting this up as I speak right now over on the See It Now section of the newsjunkie.com. Just go to the website, hit the menu. You'll see where it says See It Now. And presto bango, you can take a look at things that we're talking about that might be visual in nature, like the statue of Dwight Wade statue.
It's Dwayne.
Damn it. No, is Dwyane Wade? Yeah,
it's Dwyane Wade.
Dwyane Wade. Sorry, Dwyane Wade statue.
Wade.
Are you surprised I screwed up a sports guy's name? Come on. This is not my world here. I don't know who these people are.
Who is Dwight?
Dwight Schrute.
No.
Dwight,
Come on.
there's another Dwight basketball player, too.
There was.
He was a
Dwight.
local guy.
He was?
Orlando Magic.
Come on, you can do it.
It wasn't Dwight Wade?
No, that's Dwayne.
Dwight Howard.
He did it.
He was a good dunker. That guy was quite the dunker. I remember it. Okay, when we come back, we're going to talk to our good friend Amy Cofield of Fox 35.
Quite the dunker.
We'll see what's happening in her world. She also is quite the dunker. And we'll see what she's up to this week with all the big coverage and the Halloween, everything happening. We'll get into that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
That accident has been cleared on Florida's Turnpike northbound, but expect some residual delays between Colonial Drive and Oakland Exchange. There's an accident blocking multiple lanes on Kirkman Road southbound near I-4 there. There's an earlier accident on Ronald Reagan Boulevard southbound near the Greenway. And watch out for a serious accident on Orange Blossom Trail near Michigan Street. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. You may have heard Wawa has pizza, but did you know that Wawa has pizza at a really great price? Right now, get a personal 14 or 16-inch Wawa pizza for just $6, $8, or $10. Gotta have a Wawa.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Disheners. Air Cup Disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern Style Sweet Tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
You sailed beyond the horizon in search of an island scrubbed from every map. You battled krakens. You navigated through storms. Your spade struck the lid of a long-lost treasure chest, while you cooked up a lasagna. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling adventure stories on Audible.
How long have you been thinking about going solar? With power bills soaring higher and higher than ever, it's time to think about what you can save instead of what you're spending. Each year you wait, you could be losing thousands. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? With over 40 years in business, Solar Source has over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They've had the same phone number since 1984. It's no wonder this company is the one I trust. I started with a pool heater solar, and now I'm thrilled that Solar Source has a pay-as-you-go system. I can save monthly, and it starts at $99. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
The future of cool, comfortable sleep is here. Introducing the new Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed. The only smart bed in the world that actively cools and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. It actively cools to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Save on smart beds now during our fall sale, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere, from the car to the gym to the kitchen. Your next customer is listening. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how it's working in real time. That goes for broad brand messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Start growing your business today. Dial pound 250 and say great results. That's pound 250, say great results.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
My God, we got a pretty wild couple of weeks ahead of us, so do hang out with us. Halloween is even this week, so make sure you're joining the show for that. But right now, it's time. It's our favorite time of the week, honestly. Yes. I just got to be real about it. To hang out with our friend, Amy Cofield.
Amy.
Oh my gosh, I've missed you guys so much.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks, I guess, huh? I
think it was before the hurricane.
It's been too long. Yeah.
Dang.
Oh wow.
So we were out of town like 2 weekends in a row, and then we had the hurricanes. It's just been crazy, and so finally back at it.
Yeah. Now here we are. We got. The election is like 8 days away, Amy. I know you guys are getting ready for all the coverage over there at Fox 35. And
now, I think you've told us before, Amy, when you are on the air doing GDO, you guys don't hear the commercials in your IFB, right? You hear the directors and you're doing the show stuff.
So we see them. So we have in-studio monitors, so we can see what commercials are airing. Yeah, so we see all the political ads, all the lawyer ads, all the car ads. We see all that.
It's so interesting, but I imagine you see the live broadcast versus what you guys play on Fox Local app and Sling, for example, which is also a hoot, I got to tell you.
Well, like on streaming, because I watch the streaming in the morning when I'm getting ready before I come in. And so like on the streaming, sometimes they just play they'll play like history ads, like stuff. I don't know. It's like weird stuff. And then they'll mix some ads in there. But yeah, it's like kind of interesting.
And let me just save you a little bit from the people who go nuts about this. When there's a political ad and they bring it to a TV station, they have to run it. They pretty much have to run the ad. So don't go like, why are you guys airing this? And get mad at Fox or get mad at, Amy Cofield. Same thing with us over here. When they bring the ads to us, and you can't turn them down. You're not allowed to unless there's very particular reasons why. But political season is definitely here, like it or not.
Are you allowed to turn them down for content? Because there was one that they've been throwing around on the local stations that needed like disclaimers.
Oh, I saw one too.
Yeah. There was one that like they needed like the stations themselves like had a message before like, listen, we have to play this, but it was graphic.
What was it about?
Abortion.
Oh, I remember that. I know exactly which one you're talking about, C-Lane. Yeah, and it was kind of shocking.
Yeah. There's another one, C-Lane, and we'll play it later on the show. I will not play it alongside Amy Cofield. It is inappropriate for this engagement right here.
Wow, how nice of him to finally do this. To finally
He's still going to ask you an uncomfortable question at some
No,
point.
I'm not. Not at all. I'll tell you this. Getting ready for all the election coverage that's probably ahead of you. We don't even know if we'll know on election night who won. We have all these different things that we're looking at. Have you seen people starting to get a little more angry on your social media posts? What kind of stuff have you seen?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say, I think I wouldn't use the word angry. I think it's just this huge divide that we are at, right? Yeah. And I think that it's interesting, like when someone will bring up something that happened, whether it's an interview, like the Jake Tapper interview with Vance that happened over the weekend. And if you read the comments, people either thought Tapper was overly aggressive and awful, or they thought, Vance was lying the whole time, or you know what I mean? I find there's really no gray, right?
Yeah.
It's all black and white.
Yeah. And that was very much the same way I saw the reception to Joe Rogan having Trump on this weekend, which was massive. I think it's already got like 30 million views or something. And people it's like two different worlds. People are taking things in very bizarre ways to me, because they're just really, really aligned with whoever they're voting for politically. And I just can't wait till we get past it, honestly. I don't know that it's going to be better immediately afterwards, but what do you guys have planned for Election Day? Do you have big plans in place? I'm sure you're already prepping.
Yes. Yeah. So we've got a slew of experts lined up. So we're going to be have all of our experts not only leading up to Election Day, but on Election Day. And then, of course, the day after digest what happened. Hopefully we'll actually have winners right the day after. And it's not going to be like a hanging shad type nightmare like we had many years ago. And then we'll be at all the political rallies and parties on that night too. So we'll be, at the Senate race and all of the big races that Orange Osceola County district attorney race, whatever the big races are. A lot of the congressional races are not very contentious, as you guys have probably noticed. A few of them are, but for the most part, they're not too contentious. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, and we'll be at all of those, and then we'll just kind of wait and see. And then I'm not sure. I don't know if we know yet if Trump is going to be doing his watch party at Mar-a-Lago. If he is, we'll probably go to that. So we'll wait and see.
Do you guys?
Oh, Palm Beach. I just got word from my news director. It's going to be at the Palm Beach Convention Center, and we'll be there.
All right.
And we'll be there.
Look at that. We got the exclusive, y'all.
When
live updates as they happen.
When I see all this stuff and getting ready, I think about when you watch election coverage. Do you guys have one of those magic screens where you can see like votes coming in and touch the screen? And
I've always wanted one of those here at the station.
Well, we don't have the budget.
They use those at Fox News. We do, like all of our weather monitors are like that, where they can take it and move stuff around. The weather monitors are like that.
Steal the one from Brooks and load the election software on there, and you're good to go. You don't need it.
But I always feel bad because, like, when you watch them do it on Fox News, I always feel like it's kind of awkward. It never goes right. It's never just like smooth, like this. Everything always is kind of like herky jerky.
You know what? I always take away from it, Amy. I always take away that people watch, or at least I watch, and I go, man, that's really cool technology. But when they're talking, I generally have no idea what they're talking about. They're like, oh, we got some results coming in Logan County, and Logan County is coming in 45% this, and then Dave County. And
now we're gonna go to time machine mode and to show you what Logan County looked like in the 2020 election.
I'm
and if you
gonna
see
move my arm, and there's multiple colors.
A little less red, a couple
Spaghetti
more
model.
blues.
And I'm going, is it Trump or Harris? who's winning?
So, all right. I have a question for you guys. What do you think about some of these major newspapers opting not to do an endorsement? I think that's it's an interesting trend that we're starting to see.
I think it's, here's why I think it's interesting. One, all the uproar over this from people on Twitter and people in the industry shows how disconnected these people are from reality, because I don't think most people care who the Washington Post or the New York Post or the New York Times, who they line up behind and suggest that they think should win the presidency. But I think they're the only ones who really get mad about this. But I also think when you're talking about newspapers, to pretend that there's not a lot of bias going on is insane. Like, I don't think Fox 35 has bias. I don't think most local TV stations have bias. I don't think that they do. But I definitely think almost every newspaper, whether it's New York Post having bias to the right or the New York Times having bias to the left, it just seems to be like, it's pretty obvious.
It's very clear. And for them to do it, what was it, like 2 weeks before the election? Like, now you're going to make this call after a year plus of making it obvious what side you were taking.
Yeah, I don't look at it and go, "Whoa, they're nonpartisan now." I think it's pretty clear where people lean.
What did you think of? I thought this was interesting. So Anderson Cooper hosted Kamala Harris for that town hall, the VP, and afterwards he said that he went on social media and he was shocked by how angry people were that he kind of, held her to some, to answering some questions.
Yeah.
And he said his comment was, which I thought was funny, was he was like, "What do they think?" He's like, "I don't work for MSNBC."
Right.
And he was like, "Where do they think I work? I don't work at MSNBC."
Well, it's because
so I just thought
that
was interesting.
They don't want Anderson Cooper to do an interview where it's contentious and he gets good answers and he holds somebody accountable. They want him to support the person that they want to win. So
he's doing what he's supposed to be doing as a journalist.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't think he's some crazy guy. Like, he strikes me as like pretty fair, at least, though that's hard to find out there anymore. Did Fox 35 ever do anything like that? Did you guys ever pick somebody?
No, never. No, we pride ourselves on being very when you watch our show, I don't want you to have any inkling of which way we're leaning one way or the other. We're very careful. We're very.
I think that comes across.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I always loved how, and you will bring someone that will, quote unquote, represent each side almost every time, and people that can get into a heated debate versus yelling at each other, and so at the end of the interview. You can move on without it being uncomfortable for everybody, both in the room and watching. I think it was Val Demings and forgive me, but it was
Rick Keller, maybe.
I believe so, and both of them, they had their points that were made, but it was clear. And at the end of the interview, then you were able to move on, and I appreciate that so much about Good Day Orlando.
Yeah, I dig that,
Sabrina.
I think we've gotten to this trap that the only thing that works is for everybody to be screaming at each other and not actually like each other behind the scenes. I think that's bad. Very tough to get out of it now.
Yeah, you can't get anything done.
Right.
Like that. What's the point, of running for political office if you get in there and you can't work with anyone and you can't get anything done?
Right, and then
have a constant.
The other thing that I've noticed that's kind of frustrating to watch is at this stage everybody's promising everything. So we're going to cut these taxes and that taxes, and we're going to cut this and this. And people are promising
Trump
things.
Promised that the ice cream machines would work at McDonald's.
He did.
Finally, a real politician.
Well, the thing that stands out to me is like Elon Musk said, we're going to cut waste and we're going to cut $2 trillion out of the U.S. budget because I'm going to be like the czar of financial responsibility or whatever the hell the name is they came up with. And you can say that all you want, but Congress is the one that controls the purse strings. Congress is who is in charge of that. You can't even do the thing that you're saying you're doing. So It's hard. It's hard to get to the truth in the middle of all this stuff.
Right. Yeah, everybody pulls out the smoke and mirrors for election season. That's for sure.
Would you say you're more excited about this, or?
Oh, I'm just ready for it to be over, Sean. And I'm just praying that that's why I said I'm praying it's over the next day and that it doesn't like drag out into like some long, like a hurricane, you know?
Well, no matter what, you at least can know that come next Wednesday, the ads should be gone.
Yeah.
Those will fade away, thank
I'm
God.
excited. We should have a party.
Well, we are getting up on Halloween. Have you decided if you're wearing a Halloween costume? And if so, what are you going to be for Halloween, Amy?
Okay, so I'll be honest. So the kids are all at the point now. So Colton is going to trick or treat this year, but he turns 14 actually this week.
Okay.
So
happy
I think this will be
birthday.
his
Oh my
last
God.
time. Oh, I know.
We've known him
going by
since
so
he
fast,
was
you guys.
a single digit age.
Since he was like a toddler.
That's crazy.
Yeah, since he was a toddler. So so be careful, Celine. It happens fast. So we're so I don't know. I don't usually dress up. Like I'll just wear something like a Halloween shirt, like with some cat ears or something, whatever. But I still haven't bought any candy, you guys, and I'm like kind of stressing about it now.
Oh, there's
Got
still
some
plenty
good
of stuff
BOGOs.
out there. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We only went to Costco, so I can only speak from Costco perspective. But there was tons of candy at Costco at this point. Because your neighborhood's one where a lot of trick-or-treaters come, right?
Yeah, we usually get a lot. Well, I would say we get a couple hundred, usually trick-or-treaters. So, and I try to let them take a couple pieces each. It's so cute. I love it, though. It's like my favorite when they're so cute and little. I just hope the mosquitoes aren't out. That's the worst part about trick-or-treating.
What's Colton going to be? What's he dressing up as?
He actually, last year he was a banana, but this year I think he's still trying to figure it out. He was actually trying on his banana costumes last night to see if he could be a banana again. And I was like, you got to do something a little different. His big thing is he likes to be a food. So like one year he was a hamburger, one year he was a taco. He's been French fries. He's
How about a vegetable this year?
Pizza. Oh, a vegetable would be nice. That's a great idea.
I like it. I like the simplicity of it. It reads. It's good. I like that.
I might do the same.
I'm trying to work on what I'm going to be on Thursday this week for Halloween. I have a costume.
Are you guys getting dressed up in studio?
We are. Yes. Okay. Which is always funny, Amy, because if we get into a shouting match with each other, then we're yelling at each other in costumes.
That is correct. And also, traditionally speaking, I think every 3 out of 5 Halloweens that we've celebrated as a show, I'm the only person who dresses up.
No, that's
in
not
the building.
true.
In the building.
That has happened. That has happened more than once. Yes.
Well, when I came in one year, that was the year that Sabrina was dressed up as Paula Deen. I still have pictures of us together that day.
That was a good one.
And I don't remember. I don't think you boys were dressed up. I think it was only Sabrina, if I remember correctly.
Well, she's talking
How was
mostly.
the tension in the room?
Probably not good. Probably not good.
We're all dressing up this year. We have agreed.
Okay.
It's clear where everybody's going to be wearing costumes. My confidence in my costume is not as high as I'd like it to be, but maybe there's time for some last minute adjustments here. I think.
Did Courtney get it for you, or did you get it yourself?
No, we were just wandering around, and she goes, "Oh, what about this?" And I said, "Oh, that's right." And the reason I got it was because I said I didn't want to wait last minute and fumble and try to order something on Amazon that never ends up coming, and then Sabrina gets mad because we're not dressed up again.
Yeah,
and,
makes sense.
where
Because
it
you
goes
make
from
statements
there.
like this, we're all going to dress up, but it's a grain of salt. Because I believe you're going to put the costume on, and you're not going to like how it looks, and all of a sudden you have a shirt that says, "This is my Halloween shirt."
Come hell or high water, I will be wearing the costume on Thursday on the show.
All right,
I
you heard it here
absolutely
first.
will be. Anything else out there grabbing your attention?
Oh gosh. Well, we're just keeping a close eye on the tropics. Let's just hope whatever this little blob is that looks like it's developing is not coming our way. So.
True.
Oh, speaking of the tropics,
Knock on
Amy,
wood.
we have not talked to you in a while, and in that in between time, we had a favorite moment of Hurricane Milton that you were on the air for. Was when
which one?
When I think Stephanie was out at Cocoa Beach interviewing the Surfer Boys.
Oh, my God.
Oh, was that hilarious?
Mickey Mouse guy.
These Mickey Mouse surfers coming and take our waves. They're gonna get smoked.
Were those
That's a
guys
good
hilarious?
one.
I kind of think that they were like acting that way on purpose, though. I think they were like trying to be. like surfer funny. Don't you think?
They were trying
boogie
something.
boarders at top level.
You know what I took away from it? I was like, she is not afraid to mix it up. There's like 10 young guys surrounding her right now, and she's still doing this interview, asking different questions. She's not scared. She's not, backing away.
I was nervous though, Sean. I was like, oh gosh, because like what if they say something? It's live television.
Sure, yeah. And there's so many of them. Like 12 surfer boys will usually curse within 10 seconds. It's just mathematically going to work out that way, I think.
At some point, though, I could tell by her face that she was like looking at the camera guy, like, we gotta let's walk over. I know it's raining, but we need to go.
With all this stuff going on, Amy, what are you watching on TV? What's on in your household?
Oh my gosh. I'm like a documentary dork.
Really?
So okay, so I just watched one the other day that was really I love stuff like this. It's called Buried. Have you guys seen that one?
Mm-hmm.
It's about an avalanche that happened back in the 70s and about these guys at the ski resort who were like basically avalanche scientists. But this was like the avalanche of all avalanches.
Wow.
What's that?
They ended up buried by the avalanche?
Yes. Buried is what it's called. It's really good, Sabrina. You got to watch
research.
it. And there's a little twist in there that I was not expecting.
Do they have footage of it?
Oh, it's crazy, Sean. You got to watch.
Wow. I started to watch the Tegan and Sarah documentary. I don't know if you've heard about that at all over the weekend, but we hit play.
Is that on Netflix? What's that on?
I think it was on Hulu. I don't remember where it was.
Oh, Hulu. Okay.
Paramount, whatever it was, we started it, and then we had to do something with the shirt orders that we're doing right now, so we had to hit pause, and then we never went back to it. And I was like, damn it, man.
Catfishing before catfishing was a thing, and social media and fandoms and crazy fans. Like, it's something I think within all of our industry that we could relate to, or at least...
Yeah. Who's your craziest fan, Amy? Let's name and shame right now.
Oh, we have to go to break.
Do you have anybody who emails you a lot and you go, oh my God?
Yep, sure do. No names.
That's for a margarita.
We get all kinds of interesting stuff in our inbox.
Yeah, there's some characters on our side too. Turns out there's some real unique individuals.
That's a good way to put it, Sean.
We probably have some of the same folks.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little bit of crossover there.
Yep.
All right, there
we'll
she
compare
is.
notes sometime.
Well, so good to see you again.
I love you guys so much. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you. There she goes.
I'll be checking in to see what you're wearing.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah.
John,
it's not going to blow you away, I don't think. Amy Cofield from Fox 35. She is the best.
Love you guys.
The best. And if you're going to be following what's happening locally, of course, with the elections, even nationally, this is where you need to be paying attention. The website, fox35orlando.com. They have everything going on in town and beyond. No matter where you're listening to us, it's still an awesome resource. And every morning, wake up with Amy and the crew over on Good Day Orlando. Thank you, Amy. We'll see you next week.
Bye guys. Love you.
There she goes. All right. Amy K is the best. Okay, when we come back, we'll talk about something that people are discussing and are freaking out about, in fact, on Netflix. We got to get to, and I don't know if we'll get to it just yet, but the Sarah Boone suitcase murder trial verdict. We got to talk about that. And C-Lane just said, hey, there's a political ad where they had to run a disclaimer before it. There's another one way worse.
Okay, fun.
Way worse. And we're going to talk about that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is slowing down on some of the major roadways this afternoon. There's residual traffic due to an earlier accident now cleared on Florida's Turnpike northbound between Oakland Exchange and Hancock Road on I-4. A lot of congestion in the Champions Gate area. Slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by MD Now. Coming down with something and don't know what it is? Know now at MD Now. Their physician-led team can test for, diagnose, and treat a variety of illnesses. Just walk in or use their convenient web check-in. Visit mdnow.com and get back to better.
Do you already have a mortgage quote and are you wondering if it's any good? Well, wonder no more. That mortgage guy Don can help. You can compare your quote right there on thatmortgageguyDon.com. A recent study showed that less than 20% of people compare the first mortgage quote they get. So how about you get peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com. Compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to the website, hit the button that says compare, upload your quote, and That Mortgage Guy Don will tell you if it's any good. Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote today with That Mortgage Guy Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Whitney Cummings presents the Big Baby Tour 2024.
I'm sorry that the appropriate age for women to get pregnant in the medical community is at prom in a toilet.
Hard Rock Live, Friday, November 15th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. I get a lot of feedback concerning the commercials I do on autism awareness. I don't do this to make my son famous or to make people feel sad for me. It's to spread awareness for parents out there who are in my situation. Please don't think your duties end when you end. These children are going to live a lot longer than we are. Be prepared. Contact us at whenyouneeds.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere, from the car to the gym to the kitchen. Your next customer is listening. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how it's working in real time. That goes for broad brand messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Start growing your business today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Going into the holidays, right? The last part of the year. Don't you want to be around for as many holidays as possible? Well, of course you do. You should get a check with Life Imaging FLA. And what I mean is a screening, a cancer screening, a heart disease screening. That's right. Early detection of heart disease and cancer is a game changer in terms of treatment and outcome. And at Life Imaging FLA, you don't have to have any symptoms. You can just go and get that scan. Get a scan when you can with Life Imaging FLA. I did it. It takes no time at all. I have peace of mind. I know that my heart is good. I know I have no cancer. Other people have gone and found out they have cancer and found out that they have heart disease and have had it taken care of. And guess what? Saved their lives. I have so many listeners that have told me that story. It could be you as well. Give them a call. Pick up your cell phone. Dial pound 250. Say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a great value. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone. Dial pound 250. Say the words free heart scan. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Life Imaging FLA.
Hey everyone, it's Jay Shetty, and I am so excited to let you know that my latest podcast interview is with the one and only Tom Hanks.
I have left many wonderful atmosphere or a loving atmosphere without thinking, oh, things were really wonderful back then. I wish I was back there. Jay, I don't think I've ever thought that.
Listen to On Purpose with Jay Shetty on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search On Purpose.
You met with the stable boy despite your father's orders. He hoisted you onto the saddle and you wrapped your arms around him, embracing his silent strength. He lay you down amongst the wildflowers. You experienced love like never before while you were buying dish soap. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover heart-stopping romance titles on Audible.
For over 40 years, Solar Source has stood by Orlando and Tampa. We've weathered storms together. Our emergency service department is here, ready to help you rebuild. Call 1-800-329-1301 or visit solarsource.com. Explore battery backup systems to protect your family. Don't wait. Call Solar Source at 1-800-329-1301 or visit solarsource.com. Solar Source, we're with you every step of the way.
Spend Halloween at Old Town for some spooktacular fun. Grab your little ghoul and goblin for a night of free trick-or-treating along Old Town's Main Street. Stop by one of our many candy stations and pick up a free sugary treat without the trick. Dress up the family for Old Town's costume contest and enjoy entertainment throughout the park. While you're here, explore Old Town with more retail, dining, attractions, and more. Halloween at Old Town is Thursday, October 31st, starting at 5 p.m. For more info, visit myoldtownusa.com.
With Cybersecurity Awareness Month winding down, LifeLock wants to remind you to update your software. These updates are used to patch up security issues that identity thieves can exploit to gain access to your personal info. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, there's LifeLock. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal info and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start your 30-day free trial at lifelock.com. Use my name as your promo code, Clay.
A wicked good time is waiting for you now inside the free iHeart app, and it starts with commercial-free Halloween radio. It's the ultimate Halloween soundtrack for the season with spooky hits,
The Monster Man,
fun throw. So good.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Your direct line to the heroes that saved Canada that one time.
Next episode coming up in a bit. Many things to discuss. Content heavy for the next couple of weeks. So if you want to hang out with us, either subscribe to the podcast or subscribe over on YouTube to the stream so you do not miss anything. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Casey emails about Tony Hinchcliffe. If you don't know, he's the guy who a bunch of people were searching for him online after the speech he gave at Madison Square Garden for Trump, and the searches for Tony Hinchcliffe surpassed Taylor Swift searches, which I guess is some sort of metric that we should care about. Look at this. And it was because he was up there and he's doing a roast at a political rally, which, as I said, is a very weird fit. It's not going to work. It's not going to work because now we're so divided. This was my whole point. I'll try to distill this in the simplest way that I could possibly do it. There are people who are watching who are supporters, who mostly will just take everything in and go, all right, these are my people. And there are people who are watching who are haters. And the haters are waiting for any moment that they can clip to a 10-second clip and go, look how dumb this is, or look how crazy this is, or look how racist this is, whatever they can do. So when you insert a roast in the middle of that, it's not the atmosphere for it. It's not. And I'll also say the joke wasn't a very good one. It wasn't a clever joke that he told when he's talking about there's a trash island out in the ocean. It's called Puerto Rico. And the crowd didn't seem to like it that much. But Casey, I digress, gets to an email here. Good day, everybody. Sean, you had a few questions about Tony. Casey says, Tony is definitely a Trump supporter. I didn't know. And I agree. I don't think having a roast comic at a political event was a good move. Keep the roast comedy in a comedy setting. And yes, Tony is in the world of Joe Rogan. The Kill Tony podcast is held at Joe Rogan's comedy club, The Mothership. Love this show. Thank you. I did not know that until this very moment.
I just learned about The Mothership over in Texas.
Austin? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's in Austin, Texas.
Wait, The Mothership is a comedy club?
Yeah, and apparently it's like one of the best.
I thought The Mothership was the name that people gave for that weird studio that he built that looked like it was in a submarine. Like, remember he?
Oh yeah,
he built
with a red lighting.
Yeah,
I think
he's still doing that. Did he?
I think he ditched that. I think he's just got like his sign behind him and he's just chilling. That's where he was for the Trump thing, at least. Alana wants to talk about this as well. The Puerto Rican joke. Here goes Alana on Dispatch. Hello?
Hi. Regarding the joke at the Trump rally,
She's tiny.
you were so close to the point, but you missed it.
Okay.
It was the wrong venue, not because it was a political event. It was because it was a Trump rally. And the Trump administration and Trump himself showed us exactly how he feels about Puerto Ricans.
I'm listening.
2,075 people. Sorry, 2,975 people, Puerto Ricans, American citizens, died because of the mishandling of the aftermath of Hurricane Maria. And now for them to make a joke about how we are trash. It's not a joke. It's too close to the truth. And we do care. I mean, see it in the online spaces. Puerto Ricans are in an uproar because it's the truth. That's how they feel about us. We care, and you should care too.
Thank you, Alana. Appreciate the dispatch. Here's how I'll tackle that, because this is a good opportunity to do something. This is one of those narrative breakers. A lot of times you'll think something in your head and you'll be like, this is the way I think things are because I've had it regurgitated to me from the television or from elsewhere over and over and over again. And if you had to sit there and guess who, if they could vote in the presidential election, the Puerto Rican people would vote for. I mean, people currently living in Puerto Rico. Think about that for a second in your head. And I'll tell you, the last poll I remember seeing was, I believe, 38-38, a dead-ass tie. So half of Puerto Ricans, at least according to the poll that I had seen, support Trump. And I told you, I've been to San Juan twice, I think twice. Beautiful place. Absolutely love it. If you've never been to San Juan, go. It's awesome. The people are awesome. They know how to party. They know how to live. They know how to eat. Oh, God, great food. Go to El Junkie, the rainforest. Go do all the things. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. You should check it out. But you shouldn't just think, well, all those people there are mad about Hurricane Maria. Most of the people that died during Hurricane Maria died because they didn't have electricity after the storm and various other things. They weren't killed in the actual storm itself. But I went there shortly after that, and I remember, as anecdotal as this might sound, sitting down and talking to the bartender, and I'm talking to him about all sorts of stuff. And this lady, this leftist from America, probably highly educated, et cetera, thinks she knows how this Puerto Rican man feels, and she goes, "Oh God, I'm so sorry about him. He's such an embarrassment, this president." And the bartender, the Puerto Rican guy, goes, "I disagree. I was happy, and I think a lot of Puerto Ricans were happy that he just showed up, that he even showed up here, whether he threw the paper towel roll or not." So I can tell you, it's not some monolithic thing like Puerto Ricans hate Trump and love Kamala Harris or the other way around. There's division there just like there is anywhere else. And I'm sure there's different people seeing this Tony Hinchcliffe thing in different ways. I just think it was stupid. It was not a good idea. What are you going to win by that? Like, everything you should be doing this late into it at a rally, you should be like, how is this going to win? How is this going to win us votes? The going on Joe Rogan thing, that's a good idea in my estimation. That's going to get to a lot of people, a lot of young guys. But having Tony Hinchcliffe tell jokes that are at a political rally, not a good idea. Anyhow, back to it. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Jacob emails, "Hey, News Junkie, recently I've been questioning my faith in God." Okay, this is going in a direction.
And you turn to Sean?
All three of us, friend. I didn't read through this whole thing until just now. Jacob says, "Recently I've been questioning my faith in God and contemplating on ending it."
Oh.
Life's just too hard. No, maybe that's what he's talking about. Life's too hard, and with my financial struggles, I'd rather just be a spectator, spectating life without having to live, if that makes sense. But basically, I guess, could y'all give me advice on what y'all do when you start losing faith in God? Please help a fellow news junker out. I listen to all the podcasts any chance I get. Jacob. Well, Jacob, I'll tell you from my perspective, as a person who's had a lot of loss and has a lot of time to think about things like this, I just completely changed. You might not see it, you might not hear it, but I changed my perspective on a lot of things in the last couple of years. And you start having conversations with yourself and you go, what is the point? What is the purpose of all of this? Is it to amass some level of fame? Okay. Is it to amass money? Okay. Is it to do, and you don't bring those things with you when you die. In my view, the point of all of this is to have fun and enjoy yourself for the limited time that we get to have on Earth. And so dive the deepest into the things that you enjoy. Make sure you're putting a smile on your face. Make sure you're doing things, and you don't care what anybody else thinks about you for doing them, that you love, because you should spend as many days happy as you possibly can. And all the miserable people around you, don't let them bring you down. So I hope you're good. You don't need faith to have an enjoyable life. That's just not the way it works, as far as I see it. Meanwhile, over on Netflix,
but if
people
ending
saying,
it, you meant ending it. Don't do that.
Don't.
No.
Don't do that.
A lot of people who can help and resources. And if you need any of that further without it being on the air, then by all means, email again.
And we care about you. All right. If you think nobody cares about you, we care about you. You're the reason why we do this show every day. The Netflix thing. Oh, we'll talk about that later. We'll move that back a little bit on the show. What's coming up on the next episode?
All right. What's coming up on the next episode? Some people are upset at what they're calling a Kamala trick promoted as a Beyonce treat. What you gonna do when it's taking an awkward amount of time to rip your own shirt off of you, brother? Plus, Brad Taylor gets yet another notch on his DUI belt. Huh? All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, we'll recap a weekend full of events. At 4:20, Brandon Kravitz drops by from 96.9 The Game to talk some sports. At 5:45, we'll play trivia for some cool stuff. And at 6:20, we talk to our buddy Ray Trenley from TK Law. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast on this Monday. And for this afternoon, we're going to be expecting a partly to mostly cloudy sky. About a 20 to 30% chance of an isolated shower or two can't be ruled out, especially for eastern parts of Orange County and closer to the coast. Otherwise, plan for a high of 83 degrees today. We'll dry things out. High stay right around the mid-80s all the way into the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by MD Now. Coming down with something and don't know what it is? Know now at MD Now. Their physician-led team can test for, diagnose, and treat a variety of illnesses. Just walk in or use their convenient web check-in. Visit mdnow.com and get back to better.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Disheners. Air Cup Disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern style sweet tea. And they're incredibly cost effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And they're drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Can you imagine buying a TV or a car, using it for a year or two, and then taking it back to trade it in for a new model, and the retailer gives you a full refund plus an extra 10% toward the new one? Yeah, never happened, right? But it does happen at International Diamond Center with our 110% diamond upgrade guarantee. It works like this. When you buy any diamond at IDC and keep it for at least a year, we'll give you back 110% of your original purchase when you decide to upgrade to a larger stone. For example, you buy a diamond today for $5,000. When it's time to upgrade, IDC will give you $5,500 toward the new diamond. That's guaranteed 10% appreciation when you trade up. Think about it. IDC will give you more than you paid us for the first diamond. This is for any engagement ring center stone as well as all diamond solitaire pendants and all diamond stud earrings. You get 10% more value when you trade up. Just another example of how we stand behind everything we sell. International Diamond Center. Get locations, directions, and store hours at shopidc.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
With Cybersecurity Awareness Month winding down, LifeLock wants to remind you to update your software. These updates are used to patch up security issues that identity thieves can exploit to gain access to your personal info. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, there's LifeLock. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal info and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start your 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my name as your promo code, Clay.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Don't forget, you can, if you miss any of the show, get the podcast. Links are up for you and ready at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
We got a little secret.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey,
smoke weed every day.
Hold up. It's no secret here that mortgage guy Don is the one who brings you the next episode, but also brings you peace of mind, especially if you're refinancing, buying a first dream home, perhaps looking into reverse mortgages, expanding your business, commercial loans, SBA loans, and everything in between. Work with the man, the legend, and your friend by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com to get the process started.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was a mere 63 years ago, 1961, a record store owner by the name of Brian Epstein received a request from a customer for a song called My Bonnie. It was from an obscure new group called The Beatles.
Oh, that's the Beatles?
Yeah.
I had no idea until this moment.
Is it the same, like, not My Bonnie lies over the ocean?
That's what I
My
thought
Bonnie.
it was. Is that a different thing?
I feel like it'd be a different thing because that was a cover song. Either way, Brian, he heard something in that first My Bonnie clip because he soon became their manager, and the rest is history.
I guess the Beatles had recorded it at some point, but the songwriting credit goes to Tony Sheridan.
Congrats, Tony.
All right.
No, congratulations to anyone who thought they were going to see this girl perform music.
Beyonce.
And I'm very confused at the reaction to it.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people that are now trashing Kamala Harris over her campaign stop in Houston on last Friday night. Heavily promoted Beyonce's appearance, but I guess neglected to mention that she would not be singing anything, just speaking.
Did they ever say she was going to be speaking, or did they just say Beyonce is going to be here?
They said Beyonce's going to be here. And,
Okay.
there was a teaser in the past. I believe there was someone from her campaign was it months ago at this point?
Uh-huh.
That they were like, Beyonce's going to show up at this event. And then when she didn't, everyone's like, what the hell? Because
Well, that was a DNC.
The
Everybody was
DNC,
like,
that's what it was, yep.
the last night of the DNC is Beyonce going to be here? Are they blocking off the side of the stage because Beyonce's there? Was a lot of hype for that.
And so I guess rumors started to swirl. There was a crowd of about 30,000 people, and I believe we have confirmed it was not AI. Are we 100% on that?
What, the crowd?
I haven't looked.
No, I don't believe it is. I think it's the real deal.
Beyonce didn't perform, delivered a great speech, at least in my opinion. Willie Nelson also there, but attendees, I guess, felt ripped off. Or some
Willie
of them
Nelson
did.
was there?
Willie Nelson. One person tweeted, he said, the audience did get a performance from Willie Nelson.
Okay.
He did some singing. One person tweeted out, so let me get this straight. Kamala Harris baited people with free Beyonce concert and then had Willie Nelson perform. Talk about a bunch of peed off concert goers.
Good
Another
God.
person, she can't even deliver on promises to her own followers with Beyonce performance, but yeah, she will totally close the border and stuff.
Oh, that's okay. Those two things are related.
Question, can Beyonce not speak? Is she only to perform song and dance for everybody?
Me
upon
personally,
announcement of her being there?
If I hear that a musician is going to be at a political rally, I don't automatically think that they're going to be singing.
No.
Even in this election and what we've seen in the campaign so far, we haven't seen every performer sing.
So, let's say for the Trump event, they said
Eminem didn't perform, right? I don't think he did.
I thought he did.
I thought Obama rapped more than he did.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I don't automatically assume that there's going to be a musical performance from them.
Anyways, I guess some people were mad, but it's all via X, so I'm not completely sure how much salt we need to take with
Did you hear Trump mocking the Beyonce?
I did, but I didn't grab the clip. Do you have it?
Did you hear the remix?
I have it.
The remix is fun.
Here's the clip right here.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. Joe Biden.
They quickly turned that around into a remix. So.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce.
Come on.
Dance party with Beyonce.
God,
Way to turn that around.
Such a quick flip.
Is that auto-tune?
It might be a little bit.
A sample from one of her songs.
No, but
just
how did
his
they make
voice.
it? They made it sound like he was singing to like a tune there, kind of.
I don't know what tune that Hulk Hogan was singing to, but I sent you this clip. Hopefully we have enough time to play it.
Yeah, we're good.
Some people, also on X, grain of salt, they're now dubbing him a joke because he had a bit of a rough time doing his signature rip off the shirt from my body move at the Donald Trump rally.
All right, you want to check this out?
Yes, please.
Here he goes. Got American flag.
And any second now.
No, he's still struggling with this thing. Oh, he got a hole.
One nipple.
That did not go as planned.
I'm sorry, is that he had the shirt underneath?
Yeah, he's got another one underneath.
I think he had a Trump shirt on underneath.
Got it. So just a little insider stuff. When I dressed as the Hulkster, one important move is to have a tiny little pre-cut.
Oh, that's smart.
You
You
would
would think
situations like that.
He would have one of his rings. He wears a lot of rings. Just have one of them that's got a sharp little
But what if he
notch.
cuts his nipple or something?
That'd
be awesome. That would suck.
Be very WWF of him.
WWF, more like DWI, and that is not creative segue, but either way, here we are. Zachary Ty Bryan, not to be a repeat of earlier this year, last year, I believe the year before, but Brad Taylor from Home Improvement has been arrested yet again
Buddy.
for a DUI. According to arrest docs, he was approached by Oklahoma police at approximately 6:47 a.m. on a Friday morning. Cops say they made contact.
6?
Yes, almost 7 a.m. They said they spoke briefly to Brian before leaving him be, but later saw him driving. At that point, cops say they conducted the traffic stop, indicated very quickly that he was intoxicated, and apparently told the cops he's been drinking all night, has not stopped.
This guy's got a problem.
TMZ had like related articles, so I just printed that out because it goes a little something like this. Zachary Ty Bryan hits up happy hour just days after DUI arrest. Zachary Ty Bryan arrested for alleged DUI. Zachary Ty Bryan released from custody after technical violation. Home Improvement star Zachary Ty Bryan arrested for DV again.
Damn.
So
he's racked up more mugshots than his dad, Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's heading for Lieutenant Dan territory here at some point.
Which one? Tampa?
Yeah,
Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just wanted
Tampa
to double
version.
check.
The other one's a saint.
On the boob tube. Like dead?
No, he's
he's
just
still
a
alive.
good guy.
We have Game 3 of the World Series. Who's going to win this game? Yankees or the Dodgers? We have football, Giants and the Steelers. The Voice, Battle Rounds, Part 3. Also, you can catch the streaming premiere of Ezra on Paramount+. Reba McEntire will be on Fallon, and you follow your dreams. I'm on Instagram, at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. As for the dancing, there has been some attention brought to Trump's new move.
Oh,
and we all
he's
know
not doing the hands?
He's doing the hand thing. Okay, here we go. Right here, doing the hand thing. Still got that. You got to move your legs.
Knees.
All right, the knees and the hands moving at the same time. A little kind of move. Now we're moving around in a circle.
Whoa.
Circle with the hands. And golf swing.
Excuse me.
Golf swing. Get your golf swing out of there.
Can I tell you, I don't see a lot of profile views of Trump.
No, it's usually just a head-on shot of him at the podium there.
Very
Is that
interesting
Mullet
body.
Arena? Mullet Arena is the place where he was at?
Mullet?
That's what it says up here, Mullett Arena.
Hell yeah, party in the front.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I mean, the back.
Here we go. All right. When we come back, we'll finally get to this Netflix thing. And Celia was talking about the controversial political ad. I have one that blows that one out of the water, which I don't know if they're playing this on television. I don't even know if they can. I'm not even sure we can play it on the radio. But it is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win tickets to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season long on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
On I-4 this afternoon, a lot of congestion in the Champions Gate area. Multiple lanes are blocked due to an accident on the Greenway southbound near La Vista Boulevard, exit 27. 2 left lanes are blocked there. There's a couple earlier accidents to watch out for on Orange Blossom Trail at Michigan Street and Kirkman Road near I-4. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty, that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
We need your help to protect your right to AM radio in your car. AM is always there in times of need with the key information for our community. The overwhelming majority of legislators support a bill to keep AM radio in cars, but time is running out. Please text the 2 letters AM to 52886 and ask Congress to bring this bill to the floor for a vote now. Text AM to 52886.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month. Text stop to stop. A message from the station.
New South Window lives southern weather, and our products are designed to keep the intense heat out and the cool air in. We prioritize keeping your family and your home comfortable all year round. That's why our energy-efficient windows and doors are made, installed, and guaranteed for life.
For a limited time only, save 35% off on New South windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com/radio to learn more.
As we continue to clean up after Hurricane Milton and take assessment of our property and homes, having the best windows and doors can truly make the difference. The folks at Renewal by Andersen are seeing firsthand the incredible performance of Renewal by Andersen windows and doors in the face of the storms hitting Central Florida. They're having hundreds of clients reaching out to share their experiences. For example, they're hearing people say how they couldn't have made it through the storm without their windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen, how their kids felt so safe because the windows provided such an amazing sound barrier. That's because Renewal by Andersen's windows and doors combine chic design with custom-built craftsmanship, providing impact resistance against Florida's extreme weather. And that impact resistance adds a layer of safety for you and your family, especially during hurricane season, and even more so if you live on Florida's coast. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to see all the beautiful design and hardware options available. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Hey everyone, it's Jay Shetty, and I am so excited to let you know that my latest podcast interview is with the one and only Tom Hanks.
I have left many wonderful atmosphere or a loving atmosphere without thinking, oh, things were really wonderful back then. I wish I was back there. Jay, I don't think I've ever thought that.
Listen to On Purpose with Jay Shetty on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search On Purpose.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
I'm sitting here with Jeff Jr. of Trajan Wealth. Jeff, I'm concerned because we're in an election year, right? Which, sure to shake things up and all that. But last year was a great year in the market, and it's just not looking so good this year.
Well, yeah, the market is cyclical, and that's why it's a perfect time to diversify and lock in some of those gains. You may even qualify for an upfront bonus of up to 30% just for opening an account, and up to 12% guaranteed growth for your retirement income.
Up to 30% for just opening an account, and up to 12% per year, all guaranteed?
Yeah, and you probably won't hear many other advisors talking about this because they don't have access. I will say it's because of the high interest rate climate we're in, and this probably won't last long.
If you're concerned about what this messy election could do to your finances, call Trajan Wealth today and learn how to get up to 30% bonus and up to 12% growth per year for retirement income. Call 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states says Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Paid advertisement.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
The future of cool, comfortable sleep is here. Introducing the new Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed. The only smart bed in the world that actively cools and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. It actively cools to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Save on smart beds now during our fall sale, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere, from the car to the gym to the kitchen. Your next customer is listening. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how it's working in real time. That goes for broad brand messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Start growing your business today by calling 844-GET-MY-AD. That's 844-GET-MY-AD.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This.
We'll get to the update in the Sarah Boone suitcase murder trial. The verdict came through. We'll do that in jury duty in just a little bit. Ton of other things to hit on. If you want to learn more about the show, you can go over to thenewsjunkie.com. You can also learn how to unlock secret shows. Speaking of that, yes, huge shout out to Buck Has Sexaton is the username.
That is just shout out for the username.
Just gifted secret shows. You can go gobble that up, claim the gift over on thenewsjunkie.com. And for this, Buck Has Sexaton, you will get yourself a magnet. That is on the way for you, friend. So thank you for giving the gift of secret shows. Now, over to the world of Netflix, where there are people saying they were on edge. They couldn't breathe. It was a nightmare. And it's a new movie that is called, oh, shoot, where's the name of this thing? I just watched it yesterday, too. Damn it. Oh, Don't Move. Don't Move.
Don't Move
is the name of the movie. It's got one of the people from Yellowstone, Kelsey
I don't know if I've seen
Asbel.
anything about this.
So here's the overall basic part of the movie. I think we discussed it just a little bit when it was about to be released. There's a woman, and she gets kidnapped, and the guy injects her with something, and she has 20 minutes before it totally paralyzes her. So
I think we watched the trailer for that, and Ashley noped it. It's Monica.
Like a nightmare?
Monica from Yellowstone, the one that's married to Casey.
And she's got to try to get away from this guy who plays the ultimate hateable, creepy. It's astonishing when people do
Richard?
this. I think so, yeah.
So Finn Whitrock, a younger guy, good looking.
And you might recognize him from, I think he was an American Horror Story.
Yeah. He's been in a bunch of Ryan Murphy stuff. He plays such a great villain.
Bad guy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he plays that character that when you watch it and afterwards you go, I hate that guy.
But he's so cute.
The guy's doing a good job, obviously, because he's making you hate him, and that's his role, is to be the villain in this.
Do you think if you were breaking into the acting world and you got typecast as a villain, is that a win for you? Or, I mean, you're making money, but, like, do you think, like, is that something that some people strive to be? Or is it just like, I just kind of fell into this villain thing and now I can't really break out?
I think it's tough because we just talked, you and I, during the break, about Sealand's watching this new show. What's the name of it?
Disclaimer with on Apple TV Plus, and Sacha Baron Cohen's in it, and he plays a serious role, which it's easier to take him away from a serious role because in all his non-serious roles, he's usually in an elaborate costume.
Mm-hmm.
But for this, it's like, oh, you could tell that's definitely Sacha Baron Cohen, but it's not funny at all.
But he definitely takes roles like that to show you, hey, here's what I'm capable of, and it don't have to be all wah-wah-wee-wah all the time. Yeah. And does he do a good job?
Yeah. I think he does great. The role is of a husband that gets cheated on, and so when we watch it, every once in a while, something will happen to him, and I'll go, not nice, not very nice.
Well, when you're Finn Whitrock, your job has been to be the bad guy, so maybe you want that agent to go out there and find you the gig where you can play the good guy every once in a while. But damn, is he good at playing the bad guy? It's definitely one of those movies where you're going, right there on the edge of your seat, and you're wanting certain things to happen, and they twist you back and forth. It was pretty fun to watch, actually. Okay, Sealane said earlier, he said, hey, there's a political ad that's airing, and it's so bad that they have to run a disclaimer before it. Is that the one that we played on the show? Is that what you're talking about? The abortion one?
No, that was at the Sealand was out. That was like Randall Terry or something like that.
Yeah, weirdo dude. Just really intense guy.
But that was locally, wherever he was out of. Was it New York?
No, he was running for president. That guy. It wasn't airing nationally. But,
right.
in fact, he may have been on the stage for that weird third-party debate
Lumis.
that went down. Yeah, that we started the show off with. So there's been some of those kind of ads. There's some abortion ads that are really intense, and you hear them and you go, okay, this is a little bit much right now. But this one is something. I don't know if this is airing on any television stations, but this is for real, and it's a new advertisement supporting Democratic candidates. Let's watch this together here. I'll tell everybody what's going on.
Do we give a warning?
Well, it's just warning. It's weird. That's the warning. Can you tell what this guy's doing yet? Or
okay. So I did start from the top of the image.
Mm-hmm,
and yes, very quickly I was able to realize what he is doing.
Okay.
What? This is on?
Sorry, you can't do that.
What the hell, man? How'd you get in here?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're banning porn nationwide.
You can't tell me what to do. Get out of my bedroom, you creep.
I won the last election, so it's my decision. I'm just going to watch and make sure you don't finish illegally.
Wow.
What the hell?
From Progressive Action Fund. That's an intense one. And folks, he was in the bed with his hand on himself.
Yeah, the sound effects and everything.
And you can hear what's going on. And a creepy old guy comes in and
funny.
says,
I'd imagine that on a sketch show or a web series of some sort. That's wild to think that would be on a local television newscast during a commercial
I would think they wouldn't play it.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if a local TV station said, no, we're not going to play this. That's a little bit too much.
But imagine there's probably somebody out there whose mind will be changed.
What was I thinking?
It has been tough for me to watch porn as of late.
I like to think of it as a guy with a MAGA hat on, and he goes, what in the hell? I can't stand for this. He takes off the hat and puts it down.
Now, what would be brilliant if this is part of those ads that you get right before watching porn? Usually it's a Scottish cam girl. And it says that guy.
The ad campaign is being displayed on streaming services in all 7 swing states. It's called Republicans Rubbing You the Wrong Way.
There's another one where a guy comes in and stops a couple from using a condom.
Really?
Because You want
to send it to me?
Go to progressactionfund.com.
Okay, hang on. Progress
So this
Action.
is streaming, which makes a little bit more sense. But do you think they even tried to get it on broadcast?
I don't know.
Go to refresh and go to the first thing that you saw because there was a button on there that said watch our ad.
Okay, right here?
Yeah.
This ad?
Curtain back down, gentlemen.
Okay, here it is.
Oh my God.
Do you have a condom?
No! Sorry, you can't use those.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman.
Never mind.
Now that we're in charge, we're banning birth control.
This is our decision, not yours. Get out of our bedroom.
I won the last election. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to watch and make sure you don't do anything illegal.
That is kind of an interesting take.
Yeah.
But there you go. What do you think? Let us know. Did it change your vote? Go over to thenewsjunkie.com.
I'm a little thrown. It's really well done.
They specifically put in the disclaimer that this is not endorsed or supported by any candidate, anybody.
Yeah, this is just everybody throwing whatever they can at the wall. They're going, let's tell people this is going to happen. Let's go all out, baby. And they're spending big money with these ads this week all over the place. All right, we're going to go to you. Let's see what you have going on in your world. And here is Shelby talking about political texts. I got a bunch more this weekend. God almighty. It makes me honestly really angry to see that they could just do this to you randomly. Like, is electing Donald J. Trump worth $9 to you? This is President Trump. Just $9 is enough to power MAGA to victory. Stop to end. Oh, I didn't do that. I don't want any of these. Stop. I don't know if that makes me more of an active subscriber or whatever, but Jesus, I got 3 or 4 of them this weekend. I don't want your damn political texts. Over to Jazzy Josh, talking about Sour Patch candy for Halloween.
Shawnee Marijuana. Sour Patch Kids are completely an adult snack. I know multiple adults that eat them. They're delicious. And the peach ones especially. Oh, they're so good.
Whoa.
But I remember the story where you're supposed to eat something sour if you're having a panic attack, which
I
haven't walked in my life. I'm your age, Sean, never had one until recently, and it's terrifying. But they're not sour enough to break you out of that. But totally delicious.
Yes, I've heard of that before, where people will say, if you're having a panic attack, you pop back something sour and it stops it, like confuses your brain or something.
At least for that moment, I've heard the same thing. That makes sense.
I never tried it. Let's go over to Nos with the video dispatch.
I recommend you watch that whole set online, not just the clips everybody's looking at. Hinchcliffe roasted everybody that night.
That's a face. That's like
no, absolutely.
It's not his real face, right?
But why?
Thank you. Here's let's see. Here's Douglas talking about the Kill Tony dude.
Hey, News Junkies.
Hey.
Yeah, the Kill Tony thing's not the right place for him to be at the Trump rally. But then again, they had George Lopez at a Tim Walz rally making fun of all the Mexicans that are going to steal the border wall material.
I didn't see
Not
that.
a good look on any side, but there's only outrage on one, the one that has the media backing. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
I didn't see that George Lopez did something. And I think you're misinterpreting what I'm saying. I don't have an issue where there being comedy. Hell, Trump brings comedy to the rallies. It's part of his allure is that he just brings jokes and stuff. I don't have a problem with a comedian going up and saying whatever their piece is or even saying something funny. But when you try to do it roast style, that's where I think it becomes strange. It's like, and that's what Hinchcliffe does. He just goes up there and just joke, roast. It's not that it's comedy. It's that it's roast style, edgy humor, and it's at a political rally. And personally, I don't care. I don't clutch pearls. It's not what I do. But you have to understand how it's going to come across and how some people are going to take that and weaponize it. It's just going to happen. Here's Green Panda talking about being funny.
Hey, Junkies. Happy Monday. Catching up on the podcast. As always, a huge fan. You know, Sean, on Friday, you were talking about a elderly lady who unfortunately passed away. And the funniest part about the show is when you say something funny when you don't even, not even trying. So anyway, the point is, you were talking about the lady, and she's like, "Oh, she didn't drink, didn't smoke," and you're like, "Oh, that's too hard." So from the gate, you kind of gave up, and I don't blame you, bro. Not drinking or smoking, I think I'll take off the 20 years of my life and have some fun. Anyway, love you. It's just so funny, and I just want to give you that shout out. Have a great day, guys. Big ol' pop up.
All right, thank you, Green Panda. Whatever works. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Thank you for that. I did see a couple of things worth mentioning here. Number one, I don't know if this is true or not, and I don't know if you could verify it, but they're saying that the authenticated fries from when Trump was working the drive-thru at McDonald's and making the fries are now up on sale for $10,000.
Okay, all right.
Somebody put them on Facebook.
Who authenticated them?
I don't know. It says authenticated fries.
It was that family of 4 in the car. Remember, he handed fries too.
It says the man, Brandon Kurta, who is a mountaineer who occasionally dresses up as Jesus, didn't immediately respond to questions about how he got his hands on the fries or how he could prove that they're authentic. Brand new untainted French fries from McDonald's in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, last touched by Donald Trump himself. It has been moved since with gloves to maintain quality, it says. Sauce napkins and bags sold separately. Starting bid is $10,000. No lowball offers. I know what I got is of high value, they say.
I can't find it.
I wouldn't trust it. Yeah, it's from the Daily Dot today. And also they have a rundown of what's big for Halloween. And some of these make me mad because I don't even know what they are. And that means I'm out of touch with some of these things. The number one costume, easy, obvious, whatever, shrunken head Bob from Beetlejuice. We get it. The guy with the tiny head from Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
okay.
I was that last year.
You were
before
that dude?
Beetlejuice.
Oh,
and therefore, No one knew exactly what I was. It was also a very hot costume.
It had been a while since that movie came out. Ray Gun was number 2. We know Ray Gun from the Olympics. She was the really bad breakdancer.
Oh, yeah.
Catnap. What's that? What's catnap?
Oh.
I don't know it. I don't know what that is. It literally just says catnap is the number 3 costume this year.
It's from something.
I don't know it.
It's a character. I mean,
Dolores from Beetlejuice. Okay, I'm familiar. Pomni from the Amazing Digital Circus. What the hell is that?
Poppy Playtime is catnap, whatever that is too.
Okay, what's Pomni from the Amazing Digital Circus? I've never heard of that in my life. Envy from Inside Out. Totally get it. That's cool. Red from Descendants. Not watching that. Dr. Doom, Sabrina Carpenter, and Lady Deadpool.
Pomni. It's an indie animated web series.
Damn. Yeah, that's number 5. That's the 5th most popular costume.
Sexy Ben Franklin. Where's that on the list?
It's not even on the list. Would you believe it? It's not even on the list here.
Interesting.
And Dune is on here. Just Dune in general. It doesn't even say a character from Dune. It's just being Dune. Or a Chipotle burrito, if you want to. Lots of stuff out there up for grabs as far as the costumes go.
It looks like Spirit Halloween had an Amazing Digital Circus like line or something like that. I wonder if stuff like that, if Spirit gets their hands on it, then it probably moves the numbers a whole bunch.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you who's the competing Halloween costume company. I used to buy my Halloween costumes at Publix. I don't even think they sell them anymore.
Yeah,
or like Kmart or something.
You got Spirit, and then obviously websites like Amazon and stuff.
Yeah.
But they are kind of out there on their own, just owning that marketplace. Okay, we are going to take a quick break. Then we'll see what's on your mind with more dispatches coming in. And update on the McDonald's situation, and not the Trump one. No. The one that is killing people, the E. coli one. We've got to keep an eye on that. Also, we have a listener. My God, you guys. There's a listener who emailed over the weekend, and she said her daughter was in a rollover crash where she rolled like 15 times in the vehicle, and she's a 19-year-old girl. It says, my daughter, Jersey, this is Brandy emailing tips@thenewsjunkie.com. My daughter, Jersey, was in a serious rollover crash on Casper Mountain. She was internally decapitated.
What?
With a C1, C2 injury. Her left arm was severed off, and her right arm was shattered from the shoulder to her hand. Her jaw was shattered, and her chest was broken. She rolled 15 times over 150 feet, and with all those injuries, she climbed a mountain with no usable arm in the dark alone. And I said, Jesus. So I think we might chat with this girl who just went through this, and I got photos and everything. We're going to find out. We'll find out together. I guess Mom said she's going through a tough time. So we'll dive into that story in a little bit here. We got a lot of stuff to get to. But more importantly, when we come back, there is an airline that is trying something new that I absolutely love. I want to see if you're on board. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning. Because y'all said I wasn't cool this week.
Well,
Booyah!
you are. Well, you're
Cool. Boom, boom, ka-choo. Me and Ryan are the coolest.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities and emergency crews are on scene now, clearing up that accident on the Greenway southbound near La Vista Boulevard. It's off to the shoulder now. Just move over and slow down if you see emergency crews and police activity. There's slowdowns due to an earlier accident where Kirkman Road meets I-4, and just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Time with family, laughs with friends, and cash back. Discover's got you covered on the last one. That's because Discover doubles all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cash Back Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Folks, I'm proud to tell you about an amazing company that is going to help you out when you're going through a tough time. And that is when your AC breaks. That sucks as a homeowner. It's difficult. You don't want to be uncomfortable. You work hard and you deserve to be nice and comfy in your house. But the problem is when your AC breaks, there's a lot of companies that unfortunately will take advantage of you. They won't be honest with you. They'll overcharge. This is a real common thing that happens with HVAC companies. And then there's Mills Air, a company that will be honest with you, cares about you, wants you to be a customer for life. So the next time there's an issue, you trust in Mills Air to help you out. And that's why I want to tell you about them today. They've been in business since 1992. That is over 30 years, keeping Central Florida cool. Their techs can service any brand out there, and they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, getting you access to well over $1,000 in rebates toward a new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's the number, 407-277-1159. 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Hey everyone, it's Jay Shetty, and I am so excited to let you know that my latest podcast interview is with the one and only Tom Hanks.
I have left many wonderful atmosphere or a loving atmosphere without thinking, oh, things were really wonderful back then. I wish I was back there. Jay, I don't think I've ever thought that.
Listen to On Purpose with Jay Shetty on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search On Purpose.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm McCaufman & Lind. 816. That's how many times you hear my voice a month on the station telling you should hire my law firm. Now that seems like a big number, but it doesn't compare to the other 50,000 commercials you hear. So hopefully I'm less irritating than the rest of us. Be well. Contact us at oneunits.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333, offices Orlando.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Disheners. Air Cup Disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern style sweet tea. And they're incredibly cost effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And they're drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We now have unlimited data that never slows you down, covered by the Verizon 5G network, and all for less than $30 a month when you get 4 lines. And the best part, we give you a free Samsung Galaxy A54 5G when you switch to the Total 5G Plus Unlimited plan. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
The future of cool, comfortable sleep is here. Introducing the new Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed. The only smart bed in the world that actively cools and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. It actively cools to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Save on smart beds now during our fall sale, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio 101.1
filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the...
Monday. Don't worry, you're in good hands. We're all loaded up with amazing content this week. It couldn't be better. It's like a gift from God, truly. So don't miss any of it. You can watch us over on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Or, of course, you can listen to the show right here where you hear our voice every single day. We love you. Okay, I want to get to this story about American Airlines doing something new. Love it, love it, love it. So shouts out to American Airlines. I'm sorry I don't fly you more. I'm a Southwest guy just by habit. And American Airlines has figured something out, though. They're testing some new technology at the Albuquerque International Airport in New Mexico and at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport and a couple other airports out there. And they call you up in your groups for the flight. And there's always a bunch of idiots who either don't care about anybody else or are so dumb they don't know how boarding works.
They try to be sneaky about it. They know exactly what's going on, but it's typically by zone.
Mm-hmm,
and for there's a good reason. There's organization to it. Not that you are going to be standing in line, a very long line.
Yes.
I saw the same story. Do you know they have a name for people like that?
Oh, no, there's no. Oh, I've heard of gate lice, but I don't think that's the same thing.
No?
Gate lice is if you hang out. If you or if maybe it would be because gate lice is like you're hovering
and
over
you're trying
the
to
gate.
get in before your zone.
Oh, okay.
Or
I know it's attached
be the
to
first person. Yeah. At least I have a feeling that this is the story you're about to share. So
yeah,
they started with that. They call them gate lice.
Well, they said these gate agents now will have this new technology, and if they scan the ticket and you're not being boarded yet, it's going to call these people out. Like it'll
so embarrassing.
Be an embarrassing moment for you. An audible sound like, bang! Sorry, it's too early for you to board. And get back at the end of the line, dummy. And I am here for it. I think this is a fantastic idea. There's too many people that don't care about other human beings. And let's fast track this. Let's get this absolutely everywhere. The new technology is designed to ensure customers receive the benefits of priority boarding with ease and helps improve the boarding experience by providing greater visibility into boarding progress for our team, says American Airlines. Bottom line, don't board early or you're going to look like a dummy, and they're going to call you out in front of everybody else who's out there. Why? Well, a couple of reasons. One, it's annoying, but most importantly, if I pay for some sort of premium boarding, and I think American Airlines offers all sorts of different, like, premium this, diamond this, all kinds of ways that you can get access faster to the plane, which is kind of a weird thing. I've always thought that's kind of strange. I want to hurry up and just go sit and wait in the plane for longer, but that's how we are. And if you pay extra for it and then somebody else just scoots ahead, you're not going to like that. It's not going to sell more passes for them. So that's what they're doing, I think. What do you think? Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch. We'd love to hear your voice today. McDonald's, this E. coli outbreak not going so well. They have determined that it's not coming from the meat in their quarter pounders, so they have put them back on the menus. But the outbreak has now expanded to 13 different states.
Damn.
22 people have been hospitalized. 2 developed a serious condition that could cause kidney failure. 1 death was previously reported of an older adult in Colorado. And now it's in Colorado, Iowa, Kansas, Michigan, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Mexico, Oregon, Utah, Washington, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. And they really believe that it was from these slivered onions that they use on the burgers, specifically the quarter pounder. So spreading, getting a little worse, not good news for McDonald's.
We should
They'd rather
find
that one go away.
out where the rest of the onions went.
Yeah,
give them the heads up. Huh?
They have to do this because it's not just McDonald's that will be affected, I don't think. McDonald's is huge in terms of their purchasing power. But if you work at a place where you sell onions to McDonald's, you probably sell them to a lot of their competitors and a lot of other people, unless they do the Pepsi Coke thing where, you know, if you're selling us onions, you can't sell Burger King onions. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but we'll see.
It'd be weird to try and have that much control over something like onions.
Right, yeah. But there's so much money in it. Think about how much they're buying, like the volume at which they're purchasing this stuff. It's crazy. All right, do you think this is a good idea or a bad idea?
Good idea or bad idea?
You guys familiar with the company Home Depot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure you've heard of Home Depot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you go in there, you get the stuff to fix your things at your house.
Or a 12-foot skeleton, by the way.
that's true.
50% off, according
are
to...
they?
It is, but no store, at least within a 15-mile radius, that actually has them.
Damn, they're
Still
out.
promoting the 50% off.
I was stunned when I went to Home Depot that they have so much more than that big skeleton. There's a whole big area.
Oh, yeah. Like,
all kinds of stuff.
One of the years leading up to Halloween, I went to my Lowe's, and there was like a whole like demon band of, like robotic kind of displays that all like played together. And then there was some mother with her tiny son in the cart, and he was crying.
Oh, it was too much for him.
Yeah.
It was a little intense for a Home Depot experience, but that's what it's like during Halloween now. They're a home repair store, and also they sell a whole bunch of stuff for Halloween displays. And now they have ordered that all corporate employees need to get a firsthand experience of what it's like to work at Home Depot. So now they're saying every single corporate employee needs to work an 8-hour shift each quarter.
Nice. Oh, each quarter, really?
Each quarter, yeah.
Interesting.
Quarter, they're going to have these people, the executives, the corporate suits at Home Depot. You all want to be ruling over these people? I want you on the ground, and they're going to have to work an 8-hour shift in a store every single quarter starting at the end of this year. They said, we need to stay connected to the core of our business so we can truly understand the challenges and opportunities our store associates face every day. This is really smart. I know it's probably annoying for the corporate raiders, but too bad. This is what you need to go through. This is like Undercover Boss, but not for television. This is like where you go in and you realize what it's actually like to work for the company that you lord over.
Yeah, humbled. Moment,
I dig it. I think it's
cool.
cool.
Did it say which, what positions or like which levels at the company need to do this?
It says, while the move will show those at the corporate level what it's like to work in a store, they said it could work as long as it gets support and preparation, blah, 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 blah. There's worry that it could backfire and make frontline workers unhappy and creative. No, that's stupid. That's ridiculous. This is a smart idea. You need people to see what it's like to be a rank and file employee. Could you imagine if one day they're like, you guys don't have to do the show tomorrow. The suits at iHeart are going to host the show.
Wow.
Because it's like, take your suit to work day, and then we need to see what it's like. We just watch, we just sit back, and then they get to realize what it's like to be us.
They're like,
for a
where's
day.
the cart machine?
What's happening? Where's the reel-to-reel around here? That's what they're doing at Home Depot. Do you think that's a good idea? And if not, why? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. On the website, you'll see where you can join us with what we call a dispatch. Super easy to do. And then, bam, we will hear your voice or see you even with a video dispatch on the show. When we return, it's time to do it. Sarah Boone, the Suitcase murder trial. It's a wrap. We'll hear the verdict, all of us together. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
To the Patriots, Aaron Rodgers in the offense still looks disjointed, even with Devontae Adams' addition. Aaron looks every bit of 40, coming off a major injury. No energy, no spark, can't extend plays. Teammates don't really rally around him. And now New York officially has hit, believe it or not, rock bottom, and they continue to dig. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment to get started, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Down payments vary. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
For over 40 years, Solar Source has stood by Orlando and Tampa. We've weathered storms together. Our emergency service department is here, ready to help you rebuild. Call 1-800-329-1301 or visit solarsource.com. Explore battery backup systems to protect your family. Don't wait. Call Solar Source at 1-800-329-1301 or visit solarsource.com. Solar Source, we're with you every step of the way.
New South Window lives southern weather. We prioritize keeping your family and your home comfortable all year round. That's why our energy-efficient windows and doors are made, installed, and guaranteed for life.
Save 35% off. Visit newsouthwindow.com/radio.
The future of cool, comfortable sleep is here. Introducing the new Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed. The only smart bed in the world that actively cools and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. It actively cools to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Save on smart beds now during our fall sale, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere. And when we say listeners, we mean 9 out of 10 Americans monthly. From the car to the gym to the kitchen, from the morning commute to evening ride home. Your next customer is listening to the radio, to podcasts, to us. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how your ads are working in real time. That's right. Not only can audio give your business the lift you need, at iHeartMedia, we can measure as we go, so you can see the impact and know exactly what's working. This goes for broadband messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Your next customer is listening. Start talking to them and start growing your business with iHeartMedia. Call today, 833-IHEART-U. That's 833-IHEART, letter U. Dial 833-IHEART-U.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
As we continue to clean up after Hurricane Milton and take assessment of our property and homes, having the best windows and doors can truly make the difference. The folks at Renewal by Andersen are seeing firsthand the incredible performance of Renewal by Andersen windows and doors in the face of the storms hitting Central Florida. They're having hundreds of clients reaching out to share their experiences. For example, they're hearing people say how they couldn't have made it through the storm without their windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen, how their kids felt so safe because the windows provided such an amazing sound barrier. That's because Renewal by Andersen's windows and doors combine chic design with custom-built craftsmanship, providing impact resistance against Florida's extreme weather. And that impact resistance adds a layer of safety for you and your family, especially during hurricane season, and even more so if you live on Florida's coast. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to see all the beautiful design and hardware options available. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Spooky hits, commercial free. That's Halloween radio on the free iHeart app. This spooky station is filled with non-stop Halloween hits. Open the free iHeart app, search Halloween radio, and listen now. Free never sounded so good.
Veterans Day weekend, visit Cocoa Beach on the Space Coast and support the National Kidney Foundation's 39th Annual Surf Fest, featuring hundreds of competitive surfers in pro and amateur divisions, live entertainment, and fun for the entire family. For more information, visit nkfsurf.com.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
You may have heard Wawa has pizza. But did you know that Wawa has pizza at a really great price? Right now, get a personal 14 or 16-inch Wawa pizza for just $6, $8, or $10. Gotta have a Wawa.
Unless you've been totally off the grid, you probably know there's a big election this year. Did you know that there's so much more than the president on the ballot? This year, we are voting for members of the House and the Senate, governors and state legislatures, school boards and sheriffs, and so much more. People are making decisions that shape your future, with or without you. So make sure you vote about it. Don't sit out this election. Make a plan. Vote early, by mail, or on Election Day. Go to whenweallvote.org. Sponsored by Civic Nation.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Think about who knows what's going to happen, honestly. And when I look at this, there's really 2 ways to take this all in, and I'll tell you what those are in just a second. But don't forget, you can join us with a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. There are 2 ways to take in how you think the election is going to go. One is polls, which I think are more useful, and the other one is vibes. And the vibes have been shifting back and forth like crazy. I think Trump has the vibes right now. I think a lot of the Democrats are scared. I think the Rogan interview went pretty well, and at least for the people that he was trying to target. The people who are out there mocking him and saying, oh, look at all the dumb stuff he said, he's never going to win those people over to begin with. But I think the vibes are shifting in that direction. But the polls are straight up 50-50, most stuff I see. It's like really a toss-up. So next week will be a very interesting one. And if you want to get through it and laugh a little along the way, we are here for you. Before jury duty, let's get caught up with a couple of things. One is Trump on Rogan, where Trump, he really likes to talk about the weave. He's really big into talking about the weave that he does.
The weave. Oh, the dance.
If you don't know what the weave is, this is where Trump says, when I talk, I do the weave, and I bring you around to a whole bunch of different stuff, then I weave it back to the original thing that I talked about.
Storyteller.
And he's come to talking about this quite a bit in interviews and rallies and stuff. And I like the way he did this on Rogan. Here
you make a speech, and my speeches last a long time because of the weave. You know, I mean, I weave stories into it. And if you just read a teleprompter, nobody's going to be very exciting. You got to weave it out. So you
got to weave it out.
As you say, you always have to get right back to it. Yeah. Otherwise, it's no good. But the weave is very, very important. Very few weavers around.
Very few weavers around. I thought was great.
It's an age-old tradition.
Like, is there a meeting?
Weavers.
Is there a meeting where everybody gets together like weavers? Here we go.
It's like, it makes it sound like it's like blacksmithing, like it's a dying breed, the weavers.
I mean, how many baskets have you seen in 2024?
I haven't seen many. No, there's a real drop in supply of weavers out there. So get on board with it, okay? I can't do it. And there was a Hail Mary at a college football game over the weekend. Oh no, this isn't Chicago, is it? This is the Bears and the Commanders, I think. Yeah, the Bears and the Commanders in the NFL. And there's a Hail Mary play. Here is the radio call of it.
4 of them at the goal line. They bring 3. Daniel's backing up.
All right.
He's going to have to let one fly. Goes to the right side.
They don't get this quarterback for an insanely long time. He's just running around as the defense is trying to get in on him.
You mean he's weaving?
He's weaving.
Gives himself some time.
Look, he's still over there hanging out. He throws it.
Fires. Heads towards the end zone.
Damn.
Wow.
What?
No idea what any of those guys said, but they're having a good time, right? They are having some fun.
/throw.
Yeah, it was funny. I saw another clip from a fan, and the people who ended up losing because of this Hail Mary pass, one of their players was like mocking the crowd and celebrating. They thought they had it in the bag. They thought it was over with. And then 5 seconds later, boom, Hail Mary works. And they ended up winning the game, I believe. Okay, it's time to do it. Here we go. Let's weave our way into jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Very few of us weavers out there.
You got to weave out. Gotta weave out. CNJ Forge was mad at me for saying, I wasn't saying that all blacksmiths are dying away. I was just saying it's a metaphor.
Well, hold on. Are there a lot of blacksmiths still? I've never met one. I mean, that doesn't mean they're not out there, but
Thank you for listening.
Is he defending this? Is he saying that there are more blacksmiths than ever right now, C-Lane?
I don't think that is the case.
No, I wouldn't think so. That seems very archaic, but who knows? All right.
Seems fun, though.
Brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Why is it that you now are getting into all these things that I don't know that you'll do? Like your entire time is people fixing stuff.
I'll never do
projects.
these things. Yeah.
No, blacksmiths are cool.
But it's cool to dream. I feel like you're part of it when you watch a 60-second doc on Instagram.
It's dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah.
The blacksmiths heat all that stuff up to molten temperatures.
I get those videos all the time in my timeline. Where they're like, here's where we take 1,000 paper clips and turn it into a sword, and I'm like, you got me. I'm here.
I'm watching.
I'm for it.
All right. Jury duty brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, there are many attorneys out there, but there's one that's going to hear you out, listen to you, and connect with you on what happened to you. And that's important. So many times you get an attorney, you think they're fighting for you, and then they show up at the case and they go, all right, tell me what's happening. And you don't know? You're not prepared for this? That will never happen to you with the DeWitt Law Firm. 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. All right, the Suitcase murder trial. The verdict is in. The jury reached a verdict fairly quickly.
Go ahead and bring in our jury. Everyone will remain seated.
Let's watch this together.
Oh,
that's the sign to bring in the jury, I think. Beep them in. Boop.
Jury now entering.
All right, the jury has a verdict. They're bringing them into the courtroom. And at this point, nobody knows where this is going to go. But I don't know. We watched a lot of this case in the run-up, and it seemed like it wasn't super hard to prove that this woman
box over there
was responsible. This one here?
Is that the suitcase?
It is. I think it might be, actually.
Huh.
Just keep it in there for just in case.
Yeah. I'm trying to check because they're zooming in a little bit. I think it literally is the suitcase because I see a handle on top of it. So they're zooming in on.
What do they do with that afterwards?
I think they have to keep it on file. All right, let's go a little further.
You may be seated. Thank you. Members of our jury, good evening. I understand that you've come to a verdict in this case.
Yes.
If you could please hand the verdict form to the deputy, please.
It took them less than 90 minutes.
Wow.
That's fast. You guys have been jury foremen. You know as well as I do, when you finish up the case and then you go back there to talk, 90 minutes, that's so fast. They have to give out instructions, and they have to do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. 90 minutes. They knew what they were going to do. They were all ours
was pretty quick.
Was it that fast?
Quicker than 60.
Mine was over a day. Like, we started deliberations and then had to come back the next day to finish.
In a trial that was as big as this was, you got to think about all the testimony, all the evidence, all the things they had to consider. It only took them 90 minutes. They knew what direction they were heading. All right, let's see what they say. Yeah, that definitely is the brief or the suitcase.
Madam Clerk,
if it were a briefcase, it would be a whole different trial.
The 9th Judicial Circuit and in Orange County, Florida. Case number 2020-CF-26003. The State of Florida versus Sarah Boone. Verdict. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder in the second degree as charged in the information. still say wheel dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, on this 25th day of October 2024. The form has been signed by the formers.
Wow.
There you
this
go.
This is such an interesting angle because you're not seeing her facial reaction at all.
No.
But you can see her start to breathe
And
very
they
quickly.
said she was shocked. They said she was absolutely shocked. She felt like she had a defense, and she's just in shock right now at the guilty verdict.
Damn.
I couldn't see that from the back of her head, obviously.
Yeah.
Just
No,
looked
but I
like
was
she
waiting for
staring
like
forward.
her to I don't know, her head to go down at all, but you could just see her shoulders start heavy breathing and a lot quicker in her breaths. Probably, a shock makes complete sense.
Now she's facing some serious time in jail. AD says, it says 60 minutes. Where is he getting less than 90? The story I am looking at from Fox says it took a 6-member jury less than 90 minutes to make a decision on the charges.
60 and less than 90 are both accurate.
Yeah. Jurors could also have considered lesser charges of manslaughter or culpable negligence or found her guilty on other things, but they got her on the second-degree murder charge. So that's that. Now they'll have sentencing. We'll see how long she's going to be behind bars for Miss Sarah Boone in the Suitcase murder trial. Okay. What we're going to do is take a quick break. And when we come back, I think, I'm just emailing back and forth a little bit, sort of loosey-goosey, but I think we might be having this person who was a listener who got into an incredibly shocking accident over the weekend. And I got to hear some of the details on this story of survival because I'm intrigued. So we'll see if that lines up next. We also still have to get to the Kamala Harris rally where some lady thought it would be a good idea to shout in the face of a baby, which was...
Oh, I saw that. That was something else.
And she got corrected by this other lady who has some sense in her, who's a Kamala fan, who's like, what are you doing, woman?
It's a baby. We don't scream at babies.
Are you screaming in the face of a baby? And we also have to talk about this NASA astronaut with a very mysterious medical condition. What's happening there? All that and a lot more on the way. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Why follow Real Radio on Instagram? Because we want to send you to see the Tampa Bay Bucks in an upcoming home game. Each week this NFL season, you have a chance to win tickets. Check our feed at Real Radio 1041 on Instagram.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Checking in on some of the major roadways here. No major problems on Florida's Turnpike. Traffic is up to speed on State Road 429 and the Beach Line there. What you got to worry about is I-4. There's slowdowns in the Lake Buena Vista area. Authorities are clearing up an accident here off to the shoulder now on the Greenway southbound near La Vista Boulevard. Just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you. This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
We want you to be like Ken, because Ken won $1,000 listening to Real Radio.
You are kidding me.
No joke, man. What were you doing when you heard the keyword?
I was listening to the Jim Colbert show.
You are a wise man, Ken. What will you do with the money?
I am going to surprise my wife with something.
I repeat, you are a wise man, Ken. You too can be like Ken. Listen for the keywords, enter on our website at realradio.fm, then answer your phone when you get the call.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
The future of cool, comfortable sleep is here. Introducing the new Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed. The only smart bed in the world that actively cools and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. It actively cools to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Save on smart beds now during our fall sale, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
October in Central Florida means perfect weather and outdoor adventures. The Filatowski Eye Institute has been enhancing our community's vision for over 30 years. Imagine experiencing our beautiful beaches, lush parks, and exciting theme parks with crystal clear vision. Whether you're watching sunsets at the coast or spotting wildlife in the Everglades, LASIK can make every detail pop. Schedule your free consultation with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Just text 1041 to 868686. This season, fall in love with your vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Whitney Cummings presents the Big Baby Tour 2024.
I'm sorry that the appropriate age for women to get pregnant in the medical community is at prom in a toilet.
Hard Rock Live, Friday, November 15th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Disheners. Air Cup Disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern Style Sweet Tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do
Let's play something, Grandma.
became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
New South Window Solutions. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the news.
A big one for some of you, but it's very specific. It's a very specific mailbox money that we'll be getting to in just a moment here. You can always email the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. And I don't know if this girl is going to be joining us or not. I don't think we have them yet, right, Celine?
No.
And it's a big time difference. So if they don't, we'll try to get them on at a later date. But I did want to show the both of you, if you could see this. This is her car, this woman.
Yikes.
Oh, my God.
The car rolled 15 times, I guess, that she was in. And it said she was internally decapitated with a C1, C2 injury. What does that mean, internally decapitated?
That means like the parts inside probably
Yeah.
have severed. But
Which is like you have to have You have to be dealt with the utmost care, or you will die.
Like your head could fall off?
Not fall, but it's like everything that is once connected, like 1 inch, a millimeter of movement, and you could die. Like,
It sounds really bad, obviously.
Obviously, you know what externally decapitated would be.
Yeah, that would just be decapitated. It's off. It's rolling around on the ground or something. But she said internally decapitated. And then she says her left arm was severed off and her right arm was shattered from the shoulder to the hand. Her jaw was shattered and her chest was also broken. She rolled 15 times over 150 feet, and her car is gone. I mean, it's just, this photo is unbelievable. It's just wreckage that's left over, and I cannot see how anybody ever would have survived being in this accident. She said, my daughter is only 19, and with all those injuries, she climbed the mountain with no usable arm in the dark alone. She was scared and screaming for help. It took the police 42 minutes to find her. I want people to hear her story and the courage it took to do this. Is there anything you can do to tell her story? So
it says it's possible for a human to survive such an injury. However, 70% of cases result in immediate death.
Damn. My God. Just talk about beating the odds there. So we'll connect with her eventually here and see what's going on, because it seems like there's more of a story to tell. Meanwhile, mailbox money, friends. And this is a nice one for folks who were on the website Patreon and maybe did this. It says, Sean, I saw this come through and wanted to send it your way for more mailbox money opportunities. Thank you for doing this in the past. We appreciate you.
Good looking
Love the
out.
show. Love all 5, including Josh and Fritz, of you. Someday I'll send a dispatch, says Peter. And it says, a settlement has been reached with Patreon in a class action lawsuit alleging Patreon violated the Video Privacy Protection Act by disclosing its subscribers and identities and video viewing preferences without lawful consent. The lawsuit contends that Patreon transmitted this information to Meta Platforms Incorporated and the owner of Facebook through the use of a web tracking tool called the Meta Pixel. And the payout here is like hundreds of dollars if you were somebody who was actually impacted by this. PatreonSettlement.com. That's Patreon settlement.com is the actual web address for you to go to try to get those mailbox monies.
Check your spam folders, because sometimes you'll get the claim.
They'll get caught up in there, it looks like, from time to time, because we have heard a bunch of people suggest that, and I don't know why, but it feels a little sketchy. It feels like, hey, are they trying to get this in the spam inbox so we don't follow up and we don't end up getting our money? It seems a little sketchy. All right, let's go over to this, because I was talking about Kamala Harris having this rally, and these people are outside. Everybody in this video, except for like one person, is wrong. Everybody in this video is wrong. There's people who are protesting the Kamala Harris supporters, and that's fine. But if you'll take a peek, I'll show you here. These are the people here. It's a family with their little daughter, who's a child in the stroller here. Your daughter, if you're going to protest, shouldn't be at the protest with you. You shouldn't have a child at a protest or an event like this.
Find a sitter, Sean. Come on.
Where I don't care.
So
I don't
tough.
care. Don't go out to these events where you're going to be yelling at other people and fighting and getting into it. It's insane. You shouldn't have a child at these events. Okay, that's one thing. Then this absolutely brain dead young woman over here decides to go over and scream at the child. So here she comes. She's going to yell at the dad. Instead,
because everyone's yelling at the dad.
Instead,
she's
everybody's yelling at the dad.
Look at the look on this woman's face.
That's another Kamala Harris supporter who goes, wait, what the hell is this bitch doing?
And you could see her mouthing out like, we don't do that to babies.
Yeah, right here. The little girl goes up. She screams in the girl's face. She goes, yo, 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 what the F? No, you do not shout at a baby. She goes, what are you doing?
And what did she say? I think obviously there's curse words all over.
Yeah, that's why I'm not playing it.
but something along the lines of like, yeah, your dad's gonna do, or something about your father. And this is a 2-year-old. Has no idea what's going on.
This right here is a record scratch moment. You're probably wondering how I got here, yelling in the face of a baby.
And this idiot is just like, I'm gonna be just as cool as everybody else. I'm part of this movement. And then you yell at a baby, and it's like, that's not the intention.
Read the room, man.
Come on.
Read the room. That lady grabbed her by the elbow so fast and said, whoa. She said, oh, yo, what the F are you doing? That's a baby, she said. What the hell? And that is a very, very bad look. Okay. Celine, did you hear anything back or no?
No, nothing yet here.
Okay, I'll check back in with her after the show. It's a big time difference. I think she's in Washington.
Oh.
Washington State. So she was having a hard time figuring out exactly what time it would be for her. And I didn't get an email back before the show, but we'll make it work at some point in time here. All right, let's hear from you now. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear your dispatches on a lovely Monday as we're 8 days away from the election.
All right.
Yeah, screaming at babies. Here's Insecure Walrus talking about gate lice. Hello.
For my job, I travel, twice a week, about every other week. And so I'm in airports a lot. And I fly American Airlines. Mm-hmm. And I am 100% a gate lice person, if that's what they're called. Because
you're a gate louse.
I need to hear when my boarding group is called. And 90% of the time, the seating around the gate is full. And unless you're in that seating, the way they've designed the intercom systems, you can't hear the speakers.
That's true.
So I have to kind of creep in close to where I can hear.
I don't know why they don't have a better system for that. He's right. It's always hard to hear the overhead announcements.
I can't even be alerted,
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like you're boarding right now, send you a text message.
Delta has done that.
Have they?
Delta will send me a text saying like, now boarding. Now, if it could be specific to the zone, I'm the type that kind of just waits until the last minute.
Why else would you want to be there? Yeah.
In line or just seated as everyone else passes you?
There are reasons you would want to get on sooner. At almost every flight I went on, especially leaving Florida when I went out to Napa, because we had just had the hurricane, because everybody's early flights had gotten changed to later ones, all of the flights were very full. And so I think that every gate we went to, we heard like, hey, it's a full flight, so we're going to need to check some of your carry-ons. Who wants to volunteer? You can skip the line and get on the plane right now if you volunteer to check your carry-on. And we didn't want to check anything. We wanted to, if we needed to zig when we should have zagged, we wanted to be able to have our stuff on us. So, we're like, no, we don't want to do that. So if waiting till the last minute can mean that you're the person that doesn't have a place to put your stuff, and then they put it onto the plane.
Yeah, E Fresh Rock says, can we just get a restaurant-style buzzer and just hand out those? And, okay, time for everybody to get on. Because I do the meme. I absolutely do the meme where we go to the airport, and I go, what's our gate, Courtney? And she says, B-15. And then we walk over to B-15, and we look to make sure that B-15 exists.
Yep. It is an actual physical gate, and I can see it, and it does seem to be the place that the plane I want to get on will be. Like, it's showing my destination on the TV. Let's go to the bar and get drunk.
There's people around there. You're like, okay, see you guys later. And then you go to exactly what C-Lane said. Let's go get some drinks in us. Get ready for this flight right now. Okay, back to Insecure Walrus.
In line, I never get in line. I always make sure I'm out of the way, but you can't hear it. But something that maybe people don't know, and maybe this is just American Airlines, I don't know, but my wife has some medical issues where she can't really get in crowds and get on airplanes by herself. And so I usually have to help her. But when she flies, because she flies so infrequently, she ends up in like group 7 and I end up in group 4. At least with American, the policy is whoever in your party has the highest priority number, everybody can board then. So when group 4 is called, even though she's group 7, she's with me and we can go on. So I don't know. Sometimes people get offended at things like that, but that's just how it works, at least with them.
I do so much dumb stuff at the airport. I swear to God. I do that thing where I peek. Oh, yep, there's the gate. It exists. And they'll walk away. I also do a thing where on Southwest, they call B1 through 30. And let's say I'm B1. I stand in my zone, and then I hold my ticket out so that other people can see, oh, this guy's
This is me,
B1.
guys.
He's supposed to be here.
Read him and weep.
I don't know why. I just want
Do
to.
you think that people are like looking at your phone? Like they
don't believe it. Like you're trying
I'm
to
not
jump.
on my phone. I have like the physical ticket printed out, like the actual boarding.
You print a
pass.
physical boarding pass? What a loser!
Oh, go Southwest. You just go to the little machine when you check in, and
I do the same thing.
It gives you a boarding pass.
Feels better.
So I hold it in my hand so that anybody behind me can see I am indeed supposed to be there in that spot. I'm not line cutting or anything like that.
I bring up the barcode on my watch and scan that because technology is cool.
Nice. Yeah, I know you could do that. I know you could do it on iPhones, I believe, right?
Yeah.
You put it in your wallet kind of thing or something. But I just go old school. I don't know why,
I'm
but that's
the
what I
same,
do.
and I feel because you have it in your hand, you know it exists. I saw something brilliant. Southwest is pick your own seat, or is that just Spirit?
Southwest is choose your own seat, as far as I know.
This couple is like one of the first to board, and they have a 3-seat row. They leave the middle empty, but they say they just pretend that they're vloggers for the entirety of the seating process. So anytime someone comes by, they're like, hey guys, we're going to film this entire flight. It's crazy. Be sure to subscribe. And it worked.
That's
Nobody
smart.
wanted to sit next to them
That's
or
funny.
between them.
What's up, fam? We're about to take our flight out to Vegas. We're going to document the whole
Hit
thing.
that bell. I think we talked about this, but you were gone, Sabrina. I had a guy next to me on one of the flights returning home that he at some point like turtle shell got his hoodie over him and had his like hands inside it and was just kind of elbows on and like all you could see was hoodie, but it looked like one of the things that you'd see on TikTok where somebody makes a fake person for the middle seat. Like he looked like that, like the personification of you trying to get people to think there's a person sitting there so they pick other seats for the Southwest flight.
Is the real guy just having a panic attack the entirety of the
He
flight?
could have been. I don't know. I barely said 2 words to him, except when I needed him to move so I could pee.
Okay.
Did that guy raw dog it? Did he have no entertainment at all the whole time?
He had he was using his phone. He was watching stuff on his phone.
Oh, okay. All right. Man, what a world.
Poor thing.
All right, let's go over to Rux with a dispatch.
Yo, junkies, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, man, I think what Home Depot is doing is absolutely brilliant. I've worked for a company myself that the suits would say something, but people who are actually on the grounds, it makes no sense. But because they don't have an understanding, you're looking from your ivory towers, then you're just saying stuff that actually is counterproductive.
True.
So to have the suits come down and actually work on the front line, that'll be great. It'll stop a whole lot of dumb decisions, and it'll allow them to see what the things that the protocols that they put into place, whether they truly work or they don't. I think, honestly, all companies should follow this. This is really awesome. Y'all be safe.
Yeah,
Peace.
I think corporate people should have to work the jobs of the frontline folks.
There are companies that have been doing this for a while. I know one locally. There's a restaurant company that if you got a job at the corporate office, you had to do like a couple days or something of training at one of the restaurants.
Good. I think that's
work
cool.
the different positions.
And I also like that they said it's not just one time and done. At Home Depot, they want the suits to work one day a quarter. That might be a bit much, but I like it. I think that's the only way to know whether you're doing something stupid or not. So I'm trying to think of a good example. One that I thought was really dumb was damn it. What was the name of the stupid sandwich company? We like our subs.
Oh, Quiznos.
Quiznos. Okay. Quiznos. Quiznos was big for a hot minute, and Quiznos had funny viral ads and stuff. But Quiznos had a thing that I was like, whose idea was this? This is so stupid. Quiznos would ask you what you wanted on your sub, and they'd put it on the sub, and then they'd say, do you want it toasted? And they'd send your sub with tomatoes, lettuce, stuff that I don't want toasted. I don't want that stuff toasted on my toasted sub.
Makes sense.
I want some of this stuff to be not toasted. And they'll put it right there. And I go, this is something that seems like it's done by corporate. And they'll say, here's the process. And they never have to once do it in their life. I don't like that. I like when they understand the experience.
I'm curious, though, for something like this, if they're making you do it once a quarter, does that mean you have to retain the skills to perform that job? Are you doing the same job every time, or is it just once a quarter you're training? I could see where some of the everyday employees would be like, "Oh, it's corporate day. We got to babysit all the C-suites."
Yeah, I would like it so they are the most menial employee for that day.
Like a greeter?
Yeah, whatever it is, and maybe it moves around. And I'm saying you have no power. Like, you go in there and you do what they say, like any other employee would do. That's how you get great insights. Imagine being part of something and then not actually having worked the job. I talked not too long ago on the show about something that I loved. I thought it was awesome, and I wish I saw this more and more and more and more and more. The new CEO at Nike was somebody who started at the very, very bottom rung of
now
Nike.
we here.
They were a shoe salesman in one of the stores that sold Nike shoes, I believe. Or like they were bottom line, basic employee at Nike. And then they worked their way up all the way. And you see in their LinkedIn, they keep going, they keep going, they keep climbing, they keep climbing, they keep climbing. And now they just became the CEO. That person has the potential to be a really great CEO. They know what it's like to do all those positions. Now imagine being somebody who has a job where you can't do all of the things, right? I've always been big on this. There's people in radio who don't know how to do all of the different jobs. You should know how to do all of the different jobs, every possible job. You should know how to run the board. You should know how to answer the phones. You should know how to do every possible level of this.
I want to know how to work on the tower. I want to go out there.
Oh, that'd be great.
Actually, we can't do that.
They won't let us.
Even our own engineers aren't allowed to climb the towers. They have to hire that stuff out.
Yeah, it's people who make big money to climb up those things because it is scary getting up there. But I always think it's important that you know all of those different jobs, all the different roles. How else can you manage a place properly? Here's Big Bad Beard talking about Home Depot.
Hey, guys. Should be pretty easy for the suits at Home Depot to act like someone that works there. All they got to do is when they see a customer, just turn around and don't make eye contact and walk away. They'll be fine.
I agree with you somewhat, sir. There's a potential to be at Home Depot and not be able to find the humans because I need the humans when I'm at Home Depot. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm the guy who brought the screws up to the cash register to check out, not realizing there wasn't any scannable codes on them to figure out what they got.
QR codes.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to do that stuff. I'm not good at it, but perhaps you are.
I feel like if I've needed to find somebody at places like that, I usually can. I don't know. I feel like they're there to help me, but I still feel like such an amateur that I don't want to ask them questions because they'll be like, look at this noob.
Yeah, that's why I have Radio Michael 7.
Yeah.
I just kind of send him all the pictures and ask for every exact direction before I do anything.
Right.
Or he comes here and fixes it.
And then I had the people at Lowe's actually come out to me. Are you doing all right? You're doing the I know I've noticed you're doing the hands on the hips thing. Can I help you find something? And I was like, no, I'm just kind of browsing. He goes, well, how about this? Can I sell you some solar? And I was like, okay, that was.
You don't even work here.
No, they worked there, but they were walking around trying to get people on solar.
Why are they doing that? Is this a side gig kind of thing for Home Depot?
This was Lowe's, but
Lowe's.
Yeah, maybe it's something like that.
Yeah, I've been in that position that you're talking about, C-Lane, where you go, I'm looking for a, let's say it's like refrigerator. And they go, you looking for a market height or a proxy height? You looking for something with dual angulators? And I go, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm looking for a refrigerator. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Please help me. I've found myself in that very embarrassing position many times. When we come back, we will get to you. We got some dispatches teed up and ready to go. A skydiver in a horrific accident. Not the kind that you would think, though. What happened in this case? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
As of right now, traffic is pretty mellow on most of the major roadways here on Florida's Turnpike. Around the perimeter of I-4, traffic is up to speed on State Road 429 and the Greenway. No major problems on the beach line so far, but keep in mind, traffic is still slowing down on I-4 in the Lake Buena Vista area. Just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
For over 40 years, Solar Source has stood by Orlando and Tampa. We've weathered storms together. Our emergency service department is here, ready to help you rebuild. Call 1-800-329-1301 or visit solarsource.com. Explore battery backup systems to protect your family. Don't wait. Call Solar Source at 1-800-329-1301 or visit solarsource.com. Solar Source, we're with you every step of the way.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere. And when we say listeners, we mean 9 out of 10 Americans monthly. From the car to the gym to the kitchen, from the morning commute to evening ride home, your next customer is listening to the radio, to podcasts, to us. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how your ads are working in real time. That's right. Not only can audio give your business the lift you need, at iHeartMedia, we can measure as we go, so you can see the impact and know exactly what's working. This goes for broadband messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Your next customer is listening. Start talking to them and start growing your business with iHeartMedia. Call today, 833-IHEART-U. That's 833-IHEART, letter U. Dial 833-IHEART-U.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Did you know that in the United States, a heart attack occurs every 40 seconds? My goal is to spread the word about prevention and early detection and help save lives with Life Imaging FLA. I tell everybody about it. They do the scan for your heart and also for cancer screening. And my sister, she's battling stage 4 cancer right now, and she tells everybody, get a scan when you can with Life Imaging FLA. Early detection is a game changer when it comes to early detection of heart disease and cancer, so give them a call and get your free heart scan. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, you'll be connected in seconds. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value that's definitely worth it. It's Life Imaging FLA. When you talk to them, ask them about cancer screening. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and talk to Life Imaging FLA.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere, from the car to the gym to the kitchen. Your next customer is listening. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how it's working in real time. That goes for broad brand messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Start growing your business today. Dial pound 250 and say great results. That's pound 250, say great results.
You met with the stable boy despite your father's orders. He hoisted you onto the saddle and you wrapped your arms around him, embracing his silent strength. He lay you down amongst the wildflowers. You experienced love like never before. While you were buying dish soap. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover heart-stopping romance titles on Audible.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes you love. Literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
A wicked good time is waiting for you now inside the free iHeart app, and it starts with commercial-free Halloween radio. It's the ultimate Halloween soundtrack for the season with spooky hits,
the Monster Man,
fun throwbacks, and all the essential Halloween anthems. Open the free iHeart app, search Halloween radio, and listen now.
iHeart Radio.
Free never sounded so good.
New South Window Solutions. Made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com.
But a real bad time, but not in the way you might expect. When you hear that skydiver, freak accident, you start thinking about things. It's different than you're imagining. I would like to take a second, though, and I want to thank you for listening to this show. I want to thank you for hanging out with us each day. It's because of you that we get to do this, and we're happy to keep you company and bring you along on the ride, especially over the next couple of weeks where things are going to get crazy, and we want to follow all things viral always, but also when it comes to who's going to be the next president, that's one of the things on deck. We'll try to have fun through the process and try our best to tell you everything you need to know, all the interesting stuff, and also laugh a little bit, because I think that's important. I don't want just screaming and yelling, and I don't think you want that either. So that's what you can expect over the next couple of weeks. Should be pretty hot and heavy and content heavy on the show as well. Lots of content out there for us. Content. And we love
better
That's
content than that.
No, that was great content. That was top-notch stuff.
Debatable.
That's really, really good. A skydiver was tragically killed, and this wasn't whilst skydiving, as you might think.
I was going to say, is this one of those, but not how you think?
It is. It truly is. This woman, Amanda Gallagher, was 37 years old, and she's with her friends. They're out there. They're doing the skydiving thing, and she's taking pictures of her friends, and she's trying to get the best shot. Walks into a propeller. Walks into a propeller. Like, right there. Oh, I got to get you all in here. You know, we're going to back up a little bit so I can get the perfect, and then right into the propeller of a plane. She ends up dying as a result. She was rushed to the hospital with critical injuries after this accident. And it said, the airfield says, our hearts go out to the family and friends of the young lady who died after a tragic accident with an airplane propeller.
Hearts should go out to everybody who had to see that.
That would be tough. Imagine if you were in the picture she was taking. Oh, God. I wouldn't want, I wish that on anybody.
Imagine if she actually snapped the picture.
Oh.
And it was the picture was of like them going, no!
Oh, that would be crazy.
That would be like, if that it came to fruition, which I don't think it would have. There's plenty of reasons why that wouldn't have, but it would probably go down as one of the more rare pictures ever taken.
That would be viral for sure if that happened. Okay,
and how much sooner do you take the plane out for the scheduled skydive?
Yeah. Oof. That's tough. We've had this happen before on the show. There was a woman, a beautiful woman, a model, and she was on a small plane with obviously a propeller, and she walked out of the plane or got out of the plane, and she walked and didn't see the propeller because it's spinning so fast still. It's almost like it's not there. She walked right into the propeller. She's still alive. That lady.
What? Oh.
Yeah, that lady lived. It's a model who walked right into
trains now.
A model.
You talking about the 28-year-old lifestyle blogger Lauren Scruggs Kennedy?
Yes, I think so. She survived it, right?
She devastating propeller accident left her without her left eye and left hand.
Yeah, and whatever she had done, she looks very much normal. In the photographs that I'm looking at, she looks like you would never know the difference. You wouldn't know that.
Are we sure these are afters?
Some of these are, because some of them are like updates. This was during it because you see her eye all patched up.
Mm-hmm.
God. And the thing that sucks about something like this is not only has a horrible thing happen to you and a painful thing happen to you, but everybody's going to think you're dumb. They're going to go, you walked into a plane propeller. What an idiot. What are you, Wile E. Coyote? They're going to think you're the dumbest of the dumb. But it happens. It happens to some of these people, and that would be so terrifying. Okay, over to NASA. We got to talk about NASA for a second because a NASA astronaut was flown to a hospital after returning to Earth. They said there was an unspecified medical condition. We don't really know what space does to you. We don't know too much about what space does to you. There's some strange things that happen.
NASA should know enough.
Yeah.
By now?
They're always testing it.
Sometimes.
They've had twins go up and one will go to space and one will not go up to space, and they'll look at them afterwards and it changes your DNA, I believe. I think spending time in space actually changes your DNA a little bit. I might have that wrong. See, let's see if I'm a crazy person.
You're not a crazy.
Is Sean a crazy person?
Don't search that. I know it'll come up. The
what
crew
sponsored ad comes up with that?
Off of Florida's coast at 7:29 a.m. on SpaceX Crew Dragon. The astronaut, which was not named by NASA, is understood to be suffering from a medical issue, but they didn't say what it was. It's a mystery medical issue.
Space flight can cause changes to gene expression, which is how the DNA instructs cells to make proteins, but it doesn't usually change the DNA itself.
Okay, so it changes how your genes work, but not the basic bits of genes to start with.
Correct.
Makes you gay.
Very weird. The one astronaut, the gay thing. The one astronaut who remains at Ascension is in stable condition, is under observation as a precautionary measure, they say. They're not sharing any info about this. But I get it. I mean, it's medical privacy. Just very strange.
Did they bring those two back yet?
Which ones? Oh, no. No.
Still up there, huh?
I think they're up there till either January or February. The ones that are kind of stuck in space right now.
That's insane.
Yeah, they're up there for a little while longer. Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the person who was involved in this accident. We're so short on time right now is the problem. But let's talk to her. Is this Jersey?
Yes.
Okay. Jersey, can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. All right. I can hear you if you can hear me.
Okay, I'm trying to get it Okay, I got it working.
All right. Do we have video for her?
We will in a second.
Okay. You know what we should do here? We would love to hear your story. If you could join us tomorrow, because I think it'll take a little time to tell what happened to you. Long story short, you were in a terrible accident, and I think it was your mother who sent me some of these photographs. And
yeah.
So this was at a place called Casper Mountain. That's where the accident was. Can you tell us how did the accident actually happen?
So my fiance and I had taken the truck to a mechanic shop.
Mm-hmm.
We had just moved down there, so we didn't really know the area. We didn't know, I guess the history of the mechanic shop.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a rushed thing. So we took it in. They had it for 3 or so months, and they had completely failed to do anything. We went in for a lift, a new fuel pump, U-bolt, front end, rear end, just pretty much fixing it up completely.
Okay.
And they didn't tighten down 16 bolts. They didn't tighten down, the rear end, front end. It was to the point where you could literally see the truck go sideways down the road.
Oh no.
Just so much stuff was wrong with it. So much stuff. And then, we kind of just, we're out on a date and up on the mountain. And the next thing you know, you hear this really big boom. And then you just started flipping.
So the vehicle you were in flipped about 15 times. Is that right?
Roughly, yes. Yeah.
And when it stops, you've gone like 150 feet. The vehicle, we saw the photo of this. We can show it again, Celine, for those on the stream. You're inside this. This thing looks like it's been destroyed at a junkyard or something. How did you survive in there? What was it like when this thing stopped?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I can still feel like it rolling, if that makes sense. Like being in a different vehicle, you can still feel like the initial rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess it was kind of just more of like definitely, what's the word?
Near-death experience?
Adrenaline.
Yeah, adrenaline?
Yeah. Lots of adrenaline. I definitely feel like if it was like just me up there on the mountain and not my fiance, it would have took a very different turn. I feel like since he was up there and like his life was at stake, my body recognized it. And then that's why I guess I walked up the mountain and just everything. I don't know.
How long ago was this?
January 31st.
Okay, so
this year.
I was going to say, you right now look pretty well off if you were internally decapitated. You've been recovering from this for a while, I guess. And
quite a bit. I got my neck brace off back in the hospital. I'm trying to set you up so you can see my arm. My arm.
Holy cow. Okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah, you can see.
Was that arm completely severed? Was your arm completely cut off?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It was being held on by. So if you look back here, it's kind of hard to see because like the angle. But do you see how there's like that weird cut?
Yeah.
That's where it's sliced. It goes all the way.
Now, did you like carry your arm with you to go get help, or?
Getting a little weak.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I want to hear more of your story, but we're going to need some time tomorrow. So I'll email you and we'll try to line up some time for you to join us on the show tomorrow.
A lot of questions, but one, glad you're okay. It's a note to leave off of for right now.
Yeah. All right. So I'll connect with you offline, Jersey. We'll talk to you tomorrow. All right.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, guys.
All right. We're going to take a quick break.
I need to take a sip of water. Good God.
We're going to take a quick break.
Visually, that is insane.
When we come back, we're going to do the final dispatches, the stories that did make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, we'll recap a weekend full of events. At 4:20, Brandon Kravitz drops by from 96.9 The Game to talk some sports. At 5:45, we'll play trivia for some cool stuff. And at 6:20, we talk to our buddy Ray Trinley from TK Law. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Monday forecast. And for the rest of the day, we're going to be expecting clouds to gradually be on the increase. That will still allow, though, for some filtered sunshine. Temperatures today will be right on par with what we would typically see for this time of year, with a high of 83 degrees in Orlando. A couple of stray showers can't be ruled out. Overall, these are really going to hug areas closer to the coast. Otherwise, breezy winds and a few spotty showers continue through midweek. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Blindster is a family-run business that began in 2010, and we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters and received over 100,000 five-star reviews. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Hey everyone, it's Jay Shetty, and I am so excited to let you know that my latest podcast interview is with the one and only Tom Hanks.
I have left many wonderful atmosphere or a loving atmosphere without thinking, oh, things were really wonderful back then. I wish I was back there. Jay, I don't think I've ever thought that.
Listen to On Purpose with Jay Shetty on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search On Purpose.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com. Florida.com.
It's Oktoberfest season in Central Florida, and the Filatowski Eye Institute wants you to see every detail of the celebration. For over 3 decades, they've been helping Central Florida residents experience life's joys with crystal clarity. Imagine seeing all the festivities without worrying about lost contacts or foggy glasses. With their 24-month interest-free financing, LASIK is on tap for you this October. Text 1041 to 868686 now for your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute, and raise a glass to clear vision.
Marijuana is scientifically proven to be safer than alcohol, but casual marijuana users are treated like dangerous criminals. It's time for a change, and law enforcement officers across Florida agree. Here's Bradford County Sheriff Gordon Smith with more.
Using marijuana doesn't make you a bad person, and it's time we stop ruining lives over it. I'm a Republican sheriff, and I'm voting yes on Amendment 3 for safe, tested, regulated marijuana for adults. Amendment 3 will get marijuana laced with Chinese fentanyl off our streets and save countless Florida lives. With more funding for law enforcement to crack down on the real criminal, it's time. Vote yes on Amendment 3.
Amendment 3, legal marijuana for adults, safe, regulated, lab tested, and from a store, not the street. Get the facts at yeson3.com.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Save Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, suite number 3321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
People often ask why I continue to do what I do. For the past 8 years as sheriff, my passion for law enforcement in our community has driven me to make a positive impact. As a dedicated leader, I've introduced new technologies to improve public safety and built programs that strengthen our community ties. Being sheriff isn't just a job for me. It's about making a real difference and ensuring our efforts lead to lasting results by always going the extra mile. Paid by Mike Chitwood, Independent for Sheriff.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
Grab your lederhosen and head up to Oktoberfest Mount Dora style, November 2nd at Evans Park. Featuring lots of beer, food, games, and live music. The Florida-Georgia game will be on the big screen, too. Advanced general admission tickets only $10. Mount Dora's VIP beer house experience, just $100. Get tickets at mountdora.com. Brought to you by Discover Lake and Kevco Builders. It's Oktoberfest, Mount Dora style. Go to mountdora.com. Prost!
The future of cool, comfortable sleep is here. Introducing the new Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed. The only smart bed in the world that actively cools and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. It actively cools to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Save on smart beds now during our fall sale. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Sponsored by the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home at thenickley.com.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
Stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. I was just looking at what I think is going to be maybe one of the next big cases after the Suitcase murder trial, now that there's a guilty verdict there. I think the next big case that people will be watching will be this Daniel Penny one, where it was the vet who was on the subway, and this guy's threatening to kill everybody, and he subdues them and holds them in a headlock, and then ends up...
a long time ago.
Yeah, they're just now pushing through, and they've said that they're having a hard time getting a jury of his peers because... of all the people in the jury pool, they ask them, sometimes they'll be like, okay, we want to get people who have this background or that background. They want people on the jury that ride the subway. And everybody that they've been getting is like, nope, I don't ride the subway. Nope, I don't ride the subway. I don't know if that's them not wanting to be on this very public jury on this big case, but it said it's been hard to find a jury of his own peers because so many people said they don't ride the subway. And then for some reason, that's important in this case. I guess you want people to know that you encounter stuff like this. Because I'll tell you, taking public transportation in Chicago, where I lived for 5 or 6 years, I know there's some of it that I'll never do. Like, I hate buses. I hate public buses. They are terrible. Usually, you're getting into a bus where there's going to be a bunch of crazies around you. It's not good. The subway is hit or miss, but in big cities, there's usually so many crazies that are riding it and weirdos and stuff that you're always going to have run-ins. And I think they want the people to have had those experiences.
The defense team has hired a big name in the legal world.
Oh, really? Who they got?
For as a jury consultant. And
Really?
It's a woman named Joellen Demetrius. So she's
That's a cool name.
They say, as lawyers for Daniel Penny accused of choking the homeless man to death, vetted jurors, a woman sat at the courtroom table leaning towards the people being questioned, scribbling in a notebook. Ms. Demetrius, whose clients have spanned the spectrum from celebrities to corporations, worked with lawyers for Kyle Rittenhouse.
Really?
And in 1994, hired by the team behind O.J. Simpson to help select a favorable jury. Before that, she worked with defense lawyers in 3 cases that arose from the beating of Rodney King.
I bet she has some fascinating stories.
Yes, she probably does.
And system. Like, I would love to pick her brain on how she goes about this.
Yeah, like, what is she looking for? What's the perfect juror look like? Oh, man, she probably won't talk about it now, but that would be interesting to try to hook up at some point. Okay, here we go. Let's do the final dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Oh, who knows? Who knows? Let's check in with you, dispatchers. You're the best of the best. You're fine people on both sides. AJ Soup has a video from Discam. Oh, look at this. This is them this weekend from the TNJ Discord. Oh, I recognize that guy.
This past weekend was the 4th biannual
damn.
Campoween 2 Electric Boogaloo, organized by members of the News Junkie Fans Discord.
Love it.
Cool.
Fun.
Oh, look at this. All right, I'll put that up on to see it now so folks can take a peek at AJ Soups or just go over to the newsjunkie.com in the dispatches section. You can see all the approved dispatches, including AJ Soups. That's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. And I'm going to give you that doesn't do anything, actually. I was going to say I'm going to give you a thumbs up. Nobody can see that except for me.
Just know that it's there.
Let's do these stories that did make the cut, brought to you by our friends at Cento Family Moving and Storage.
That's right. Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving services from packing to delivery. Cento, they've got your back. They're fully licensed and insured. They provide you a seamless moving experience. I know. They've done it for me. They've done it for Sabrina. They are the best. And so forget the stress. Move with the best. Get a quote today at centomoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com.
All right. There is a poll out that says American voters are approaching the presidential election just 8 days away with deep unease as to what could follow. People are on edge, as I would imagine you would be. Who knows what's going to happen? That's why you hang out with us. And a Wisconsin pizzeria is saying, we are sorry. We apologize. After what? After customers got high from pizzas that accidentally had THC on them. They did not know what they were serving out at famous Yeti's Pizza, but a couple of folks said, I feel like I am stoned out of my mind right now. If you have purchased a pizza during that time, they would like you to throw it out or just enjoy. And C-Lane said earlier, the McDonald's ice cream thing with Trump's viral tweet over the weekend, McDonald's now is allowed to use third parties to fix, repair, do all those different things. Yeah, finally, the ice cream machines might start being more operational at McDonald's locations. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today Out
The
Loud.
following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
We'll get that story from Jersey we talked to there for a second tomorrow. That should be interesting. I mean, just unbelievable what she went through. So something I think we could dive a bit deeper into. Today I learned from Monday, October 28th, 2024. Today I learned somebody from this movie.
Jason, Freddy,
Friday the 13th.
Halloween.
Halloween is correct. Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, nice lady I hear, was given $200 to create Laurie Strode's wardrobe for the Halloween movie in 1978. She just drove over to JCPenney.
She had to make her own wardrobe, huh?
Yeah, she had to go get it herself. They gave her $200. So she just grabbed an outfit from JCPenney. And today I learned this band right here. Tough one.
Carpenters.
The is right.
Turtles.
That's right, the Turtles. The Turtles have been fighting over the rights to their music, including this song, So Happy Together, for about 50 years.
I like
These
Turtles.
folks made a couple albums together, and then they just started fighting about who owns what. This is in a lot of movies and commercials, too. So there's a lot of money at stake. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast